to Check on Wall Street with James Flippin.
Lisa, U.S. stocks finished higher today. The S&P 500 broke above the 5,600 mark for the first time ever. And the sharp rise in semiconductor stocks boosted the market as a whole. Taiwan Semiconductor, Qualcomm, Broadcom saw their share price rise. AI darling Nvidia posted gains as well. Tomorrow, investors get a look at the latest inflation data with June CPI. In today's economic data, U.S. wholesale inventories gained by 0.6% in May, leading consensus expectations. Looking at the housing market and the finances of older Americans, a new Prudential survey says close to a quarter of Americans 55 and up are becoming silver squatters. That's a term for those relying on family for housing and financial support. In company-specific news, the largest labor union at South Korea's Samsung Electronics is now leading an indefinite strike against the company. And Meta, the parent company of Instagram and Facebook, announced it will soon allow kids to chat in virtual reality. On the whole, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 429 points. The S&P 500 up 1.2%.
Oh my God, trying to stay cool here today.
Up 1.18%. That's the WABC Market Report, and I'm James Flippin.
The chorus of Democrats calling for President Biden to exit the 2024 campaign is growing louder.
Let me fix this.
George Clooney pleaded
the light over here a little bit, like, oh, it's too bright, too bright.
Goldman of New York says Biden ending his campaign
turn off this light.
Discussion.
I appreciate Mr. Clooney's opinion.
Turn on this light.
We'll continue to deal with this within our Democratic family.
New York
that helps a little bit.
Also became the 8th congressional
and then,
calling for Biden to step
let me see that'll work.
The city medical examiner is determining the cause of death for a police
because I got the Baofeng DR1801 UV.
33-year-old Edgar Ordonez got lightheaded on an exertion course at Robin's Neck
early this morning.
He collapsed and
doing DMR.
Where he was pronounced dead.
I finally got it set up with my little hotspot.
Graduating. Today is the day City Bike prices go up.
This is a hotspot.
City Bike or Lyft Pink All Access member.
DMR hotspot.
4 cents per minute for e-bikes. Non-members
on
the
screen
rates go up 6 cents per minute. Lyft, which
these are orange price 0.
The increase to higher
it's already built.
Costs.
I mean, you can buy the kit now and build it yourself. But come on,
to keep up with the rising cost of living.
I think I paid about. I think it's total $56 and change.
And New Yorkers are
and much better, easier to set up.
And also teach. I hope Spanish people learn.
Much easier to set up than having another Baofeng. Because I was having issues with that, so I finally decided to buy this one. Because I got it at a good price, so. But this is a lot. It's so much easier to use.
$900 a month. In sports, the Yanks are in Tampa Bay tonight. The Mets are hosting the
Alexa, stop. Hey, hello, Spindle Twister 344. Good afternoon. Man, I need to have a cold one. The same here. I'm just cooling off right now. I got the AC on. I've been wanting to go upstairs and do a live stream upstairs. It's just too hot up there. I don't have air conditioning up there, so it's just too hot. I mean, this heat. And it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Right now it's 87 degrees here in Yonkers, New York, but the humidity is the thing. And I think we're supposed to have rain tonight, a little bit of rain. Humidity is quite high. I don't know what the actual humidity is right now. I guess I can check with the app, but I know it's quite high. Yesterday was really, oh my God, the humidity. So I'm just trying to stay cool here. On Monday, we're going to Virginia for about 5 days. We're going to be away. We're going to take our son to the Airspace, what is it? Airspace Museum. So yeah, I didn't want to assemble it either. This one was fully assembled. All you have to, the only thing you have to assemble is to put the antenna on it. That's it. Just put the little antenna that comes with it. That's it. It's already the OS is right there. There's a little SD card in there. I just, USB, boot it up. You have to set up the networking, which is pretty easy. and then you go to the web page and you got to put in the address to this. So it's like, HTTP colon slash pi hyphen star slash. It goes into the it's all browser based. As a default password for it, you just go in there, and that's it. And then the rest of it, once you set it up there, but before you do that, you have to get a DMR ID. Well, first you have to have a license, at least a technician license. But then the DMR ID, you have to go to radioid.net for that. You apply for DMR ID. For that, they're gonna want proof of your license. Then you're gonna get it's a 7-digit number. Let me see what's off the top of my head what it is. Let me just open. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a 7-digit number. Right now they're up to 320,000 users. So it's a 7-digit number. Mine's like 320. The 7-digit number. And then there is something called the Bradmeister Network. They have talk groups in there. You can just go in there and talk. That's what I did because there's some big talk groups in there. You can just talk to anybody. Of course, you can also do private calls. You can do private calls with it. For example, eventually, Mad Radio DXer, when we make contact, I'm gonna have a private channel just for me and him. So if I need to talk to him, private channel, we could just talk. I could send a message. I could send an alert to his radio if he's on. If the radio is on and he's on the Bradmeister Network, I could send him an alert. Say, hey, listen, I'm on here. You want to chat? We could chat. All right. I'm gonna eventually do that, but right now I just set it up with Talk Group 91 on the Bradmeister Network. It's pretty easy. It's a lot easier than it looks. It's just there is a little bit of computer knowledge, but yeah, this definitely is the way to go. So there's a Raspberry Pi Zero with it's a board in there as a hotspot. So this is a DMR. Actually, this does DMR, D-Star, the Yaesu one, Fusion, and it does a couple other things. So it not only DMR, it does a few other ones. It does it all in here. And it has a nice OLED screen right there, and you can see the call sign. Well, I'm talking to, although I see it on my screen too, I can see it on my screen. I showed you that short video, and you saw the screen, and you saw whoever was there at the time. I can see their call sign and everything. I can just click on it, and they go to their page. So, but you can also see the call sign here. It'll scroll here. You'll see the call sign and the name. You can see it all here on that little screen. Yeah, and this is a good deal right now. AliExpress. I think it's about $57 and change. If you get this unassembled, you're gonna get the board. I know Raspberry Pi Zero alone it's like $50 if you were to buy the. You get everything here. The Raspberry Pi Zero is in there already. The other board for the hotspot, the metal case, the OLED screen, the antenna. So you're getting all that for under $60. That's a good deal. Normally this runs $120. So right now it's on sale for $60. I mean, but of course, I have bought the other Baofeng. I tried it that way. The problem is the driver doesn't work on every Windows 10. On some Windows 10 computers, it won't work. So I tried it on a bunch of computers. I just couldn't, I just forget it. So I said, I finally, and I'm glad I did because this is so much easier. This is a lot easier. So of course, one of them is for the power. And this is a simplex one. I mean, it's one antenna. They have a duplex one that has 2 antennas. So yeah. So this is a lot easier. This is much easier. So when you get your technician license, you could talk around the world with this. With that and this, I could talk around the world. I spoke to someone in India. I spoke to somebody in India, Australia. What was the other person I spoke to? Two, of course, two in Florida. They were in Florida, and I don't remember who else it was. The other contact. Let me check. Oh, Japan. And Japan. I spoke to someone from Japan. DMR. It sounds very clear. Good audio. Sounds very clear. And yeah, we spoke. And we made contacts. You go on my QRZ page, you see it there. And actually, the Australian guy, Mad Radio DXer, has spoken to him because when I looked up his, it's the same Australian guy. I guess this guy loves to talk. He didn't want to stop talking. He wanted to rag you. And I was like, you know, I just wanted to get my contact in, and that's it. He was asking about my last name, if I'm Arabic, and all. I was like, oh my God, this guy wants some. He wanted to rag you, but you know, but that's fine. You know, people. One thing about DMR, the people are a lot friendlier in there. You know, it's not like you go to a repeater or anything like that. Not that I'm bashing repeaters, but I noticed that the tone is a lot more friendlier because DMR serves a purpose too. People don't think so, but for example, if you live in an HOA where you can put up antennas for HF, some people love DMR. It's a very modest setup. All you need is this and this and a computer, and that's it. And you can talk to anybody around the world. Okay, and if people say it's not ham radio, it is ham radio. It is amateur radio. Okay, the voice quality is a lot better. Also, when conditions are not good, for example, for me right now, 10 meters FTA, that hasn't been that good. I haven't made contacts recently. I haven't been actually trying because conditions hasn't been that good anyway. But I can still use this radio and talk to people around the world and make contacts. You know, just talk to people. You know, and of course, in my case, I don't like to talk much. But I noticed that in there, they are a lot friendlier. You know, because you know, all the information is right there. You can't go in there and be nasty because you'll get, first of all, you'll get banned and you will get reported. When you're in DMR, all your data is right there. You know, your basically your call sign and your name and what country you're from. That's it. That's enough. You know, because for you to have an account there, you have to show your license. You have to send them a copy of your PDF of your license. So I noticed that people there are a lot friendlier. They're not, you know, of course, as opposed to what you hear on 7200, you know, things like that. You hear a lot of. So definitely, I would recommend this for when you get your technician license. You know, yeah, talking to repeaters is nice, but I would definitely recommend DMR because you know you're gonna, especially if you're like me. I'm not that I'm shy, but I don't want to be talking to a lot of people, and I don't want to be talking to people too long. I just want to make my contact and yeah, thank you, and you know, have a good day. 73, you know. It's the actual DMR is a place to start to get used to that. You know, of course everybody there is like 5'9", you know, your signal is 5'9", you know, because you know it's DMR. It pretty much, unless your repeater is a few miles away, your signal might fluctuate. But if you know, my repeater is right, my hotspot is right there, so I'm gonna come in loud and clear. So, and you know, I tell them, yeah, I'm gonna go on your QRZ. I'm gonna log the contact. If you can confirm it for me, that would be splendid. That would be good. And they say absolutely. And then they're very much more friendlier environment, a lot more friendly environment from what I saw last night or this morning. Excuse me, it was around 2 or 3 in the morning. I was on. Then you know, then from what I seen, listening on HF. You know, it's much more laid back. And you know, and like I said, this is good for people that live in apartments or they live in an HOA restricted area where they can't put HF, or if you're on a fixed budget, you know. A couple of people I heard there, they were old, recently they came back into the hobby and they live in a community and they don't want to buy, the $1,000 radios and the HF setup. They don't want to do, they're on a fixed income, but they still want to make contacts. And they all say, yeah, DMR was the best thing that happened. Digital radio was the best thing that happened because they can still satisfy that part of the hobby where they just want to make contacts, but they don't want to break the bank. This is definitely a great way to get into that, and this cost me like nothing. Like I think I paid like under I think $53 or $57. I think it was that I paid for this Baofeng. And then of course this is like I got this on sale for $57. So total maybe $120. If you look around, you shop around, $120, and I'm talking to people all around the world. Okay, with a technician level license. Okay, and you don't need to be general for this. You can just do it with a technician license. So I know you're gonna get some people out there. They're not gonna come here because bring it on. It is ham radio, but again, it's for like Mad Radio DXer. He has a video on that. He just talked about the 5 reasons why DMR radio is part of ham radio. Because like I said, some people, there's people that I spoke to, they were away from the hobby years ago, and they just came back. But again, they live in an apartment or HOA type deal, and they don't wanna, or they can't spend the money on getting HF equipment. They just want to get on. They just want to get on the air and talk to someone. And this is a great way of doing that. It's a great way of doing that. You make, I spoke to that guy in Australia, and then I spoke to that the in Japan, and then of course there was there's a bunch of people you could talk to. It's great. It's cool. And I'm looking back and I wish I could have done this sooner. Holy on the way. Hey Danny, yeah, that looks like a good deal. Like you, I wouldn't want to bother you. I don't want to assemble this. If you buy this in parts, it's actually going to cost you more than what I pay for this. And I got this from AliExpress. It's on sale, still on sale. I believe it's $57 and change right now. It's on sale. So this is the Pi Star mobile hotspot, but yeah, come on, go. But DMR, D Star, System Fusion. There's another one called is it NDXN or something? So, also, it does a few other things. It's just loaded. This little thing is loaded with all that stuff. And right now I just it's not on. I can just plug it in and power it up. It only takes a couple of minutes. It's actually it's a Linux distribution in there. So Orange Pi 0 computer in there. Yeah. Hello, Bobby. WA5107 SWL from Morgan City, Louisiana. Yeah, I hope well, that thing is long gone, right? Barrel, whatever the hurricane. I hope you didn't get any of that. I know I didn't went up to Texas, and I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't been following that. I just remember a couple of days ago when it landed in Texas. And hello, Tasso. I hope you're doing well. And Tasso, I saw the short you did on the DMR. Very nice. Glad you're up and running. Yeah. And like I said, it was very simple to set up with this. Very simple to set up. So all you do is you plug it in, let it power up. You'll see it on the screen when it's powering up. Yeah, on your computer network, you have to set up networking for this. Very simple. Once the networking is set up, then you go to your web browser and access the admin page of this device. Pretty easy to set up, and then you set up everything in there. And then but before you do that, you have to have of course, number one thing, you gotta have a license, because before DMR you're gonna get a radio ID that's unique to you. That's the first thing you have to get, the radio ID number. And it's free. It's free. Everything's free. Radio ID number is free. That's your number. That number is linked to your technician license. Because you need that number to get into to do DMR. And it's pretty easy. There's a lot of tutorials on there. I'm not even going to make one because there's so many good ones out there. I know when I bought this radio, it's kind of intimidating because I thought it was going to be a big learning curve. And it is a learning curve. But what I did is I try not to learn everything at once. Don't do that. Learn bits of it. I learned the very basic of it first. And then, because I wanted to learn what I wanted to do with it. I don't want to get all fancy on the radio. I just wanted to connect to my thing. My setup was I want to connect to Talk Group 91 on the Brandmeister network and talk. That was my goal. That's it. I'm not still doing the private calls yet. I'm still not doing other areas where I could talk on. I'm not doing all that yet. Keep it simple. Learn the basics first. And because Kevin O'Reilly has sent me a comment about that. He said that this video is going to be quite of a learning curve. But he actually did a couple of good videos on this, how to program it and everything. It's very easy. It sounds more complicated than what it is. When you hear the word programming, you think, oh my God, I got to program the radio. Very easy. It's just click, 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 type in what you want to type in. That's it. And, cable. Make sure you have the cable, the Baofeng cable. The same cable you use for the Baofeng, for the small Baofeng, the same cable for this one. They're all the same cable. It's the same standard. And that's it. And, because I got the bug for the DMR months ago. And I was on TikTok, and I was watching a TikTok stream. She goes by the name of Glam Ham. She has a YouTube account too. So she was showing people about DMR and D-Star and all that. And she was talking to people around the world, and it looked like so much fun. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't mind doing that. And the thing is with that, you don't need a general. You can do that with a technician level license. With a technician license, you can do that. You need to have an extra or general or anything. So I said, you know what? I want to try that out. Because that looks like fun. And it is, I did have fun. When I set it up and out talking, it was fun. Yeah, I probably didn't do it tonight. Maybe tonight, late night, well, we'll see. And I haven't got much sleep, actually. Yeah. So, hello, Wholly Unaware. And hello, Davis Radio Room 1. I didn't even get a notice. I don't think people get notice. I think the notice comes later on. I don't know. I don't know about the notice stuff. Because the thing is that I just pop in and out. I'm done with the scheduling thing. I don't do the schedule thing no more. Because it got kind of boring for me. Because the problem with the scheduling stuff is that you always got to find something to talk about. In the beginning, that's what happened. I try to set it up like every Saturday or every Sunday. And there's days I don't want to come on. There's days that I have other stuff that I want to do. I say, you know what? I don't want to come on today. I don't feel like coming out today. And that's why I decided, I'm not doing that schedule thing no more. Because people told me, oh, if you do it, because I read comments, messages and comments, and I read in other places that if you have a certain schedule, you'll get more watchers, but it didn't happen with me. You know, I think the first, I don't know how many live streams, I wasn't getting consistent growth of watchers. It was just kind of like the same. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna break my head over it because what you call it? you know, it's not like I'm getting 100 watchers and it's not like that. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna break my head over it because what's gonna happen is you're gonna burn yourself out thinking about all that. So I said, you know what? I'm just remember when I said it months ago that there's gonna be some big changes, and that was one of the changes. I say I'm not doing no more whatever. I'm just gonna come on and come on. That's it. And you see, like these last couple of weeks, I've been, been here quite a bit, and that's fine. Because on Monday I'm gonna be off for a few days. I'm going to Virginia, and I'll be back next week. So there's gonna be and I'm not gonna be able to upload or do live stream. And I'm not gonna do live stream from when I'm taking out. I'm on vacation. I want to do a live stream when I'm on vacation. I want to relax. So yeah. So I found that way. So I don't know about the notice stuff. I don't know how that works with the notice stuff. I know you're supposed to click the bell icon and all that. I don't know how well that works. But what happened was it was taking too much energy from me. Like I could also post, for example, if I go on live, I could go on to Twitter and Facebook, and I can post it there. Yeah, I'm going on live too. Here you go. But it's too much work, and that's the problem. When your channel becomes too much work, and you're starting to get bored with it, it's no longer fun, and that's what was happening to me at one point. I'm right over DC. It's right over DC. It's gonna be a place called Chantilly. I'm going to the Airspace Museum, the one that's there. So I'm gonna be right over the DC into Virginia, right over the border, whatever, the state line, whatever you call that. Right outside DC. It's like DC is literally gonna be right there. So I'm in Virginia, but I'm not going down like by Richmond or anything like that. I'm gonna be right there, right over DC. Because also we're gonna go into DC. We're also gonna go into DC, to see the. I want to take my son there. I've been there. My wife's never been there. My son never been there. So we're gonna go to the Washington Monument to see the White House. See all those government buildings, things like that. But yeah, the Airspace Museum. I know there's one inside DC, the Smithsonian one, but I believe they're renovating that one, and then they have the one that's in Chantilly, and that one because I love aviation and all that. My son likes some of that, so we want to take him there. I know I'm gonna enjoy it because I love aviation and space. So of course I'm gonna be making a lot of videos there and pictures and all that. I love history. I love the aviation history. Hey, hello, Keegan. Good afternoon. Northwest Arkansas. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. And hello, Dwayne Trivet. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so it's I know the Airspace Museum is near Chantilly. I don't want to say what hotel I'm going to be staying at. It's nearby there. It's probably about a half hour or so away. I know I'm going to be right around that area. I'm going to be staying. And then we're going to spend one day there at the Airspace Museum. And then we're going to be going into DC for the rest of the, and maybe some other thing will depend on. We'll see. But definitely, we're gonna go to DC also. I haven't been in DC. Well, we passed through it recently, last year, whatever. We're going down to Florida. But I'm talking about went there to see the. It's been a while since I've been in DC. So I went there with a friend of mine. We went to see all those landmarks, buildings. I went to the Smithsonian Museum, not the Airspace Museum, the other museum. I guess it's like a natural history one or something. Like over here in New York City, they have the Museum of Natural History. So they have something like that also in DC for the Smithsonian, the history one, the natural history one, which is pretty cool. I like museums. I've been going to museums since I was a kid. I'm like I said, I love history. I'm a history person. I since I can remember as a little boy, I read so many history books. So World War II history, Civil War, World War One. Of course, all these are history. So I know some kids they get bored with museums. I'm not me. I could be in a museum for the whole day, looking at stuff. Chantilly Lakes, yeah, that's a song. I know. So yeah, Dwayne Trivia. I live on the border of Bristol, Virginia, and I live in Bristol, Tennessee. The border is on the main street of town. Chrissy, history is great. Hello, Chrissy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, history is great. I'm telling you. Well, history. You know what they say about history. Learn history. Learn history, or what is it? Well, history is going to repeat itself if you don't learn from it. So, yeah, I love museums. I've been to, for example, New York City. New York City. One thing about New York City that's still good. There's a lot of good museums in New York history. I mean, New York City. Yeah, actually, there is a New York History Museum in there. The one I need to go is the Transit Museum, because I'm a train guy too. There is a museum in New York City. It's called the New York City Transit Museum. It's in Brooklyn. I need to go to that one because I love trains. And there's the history of the New York City subway. And they have all the subway cars, even the old ones, the ones from the early 1900s. And they're in that museum. I need to go to that one day. That's the one I want to go to. I've never been there. To this day, I still haven't been there. Of course, I've been to art museums because I'm also I love art. I grew up, art. So I've been to the Guggenheim Museum, the what's the other museum? Metropolitan Museum of Art. I've been to that one. Museum of Natural History in the Central Park West. The Hayden Planetarium, that's planetarium, space and all that. Hayden Planetarium is right next to the Museum of Natural History, so you can do both. You can see Museum of Natural History, and then come back the next afternoon and go see the planetarium. Planetarium is very nice if you're into space stuff and planets and all that. Astronomy. It's pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of museums in Manhattan. There's many museums in Manhattan. Chrissy, I met my wife. I was working for a company that donated to all the museums, and I could get in there for free with my work ID. Yeah. And we went to every museum, zoo. Yeah, and same thing in the Bronx, Bronx Zoo. Botanical Garden, I've been there. Central Park Zoo, I've been there. Pretty cool. I never been to the Brooklyn one. Never been to the Brooklyn one. Never been to that one. But my checklist is definitely the Transit Museum. I need to go to that one because, for my Real Fan channel, I want to do one for the Real Fan channel and the New York City Transit Museum. because you know, of course, I grew up in the Bronx, so I rode some of those old trains, like the old Redbirds. Yeah, I know they have a museum for everything, Chris. There's a museum for everything, for everything. You name it, they have it in New York City for everything. And you know, yeah, of course, also in DC. When I went to DC with my friend, I actually went to the Arlington National Cemetery, which is somber. Uh, the Vietnam War Memorial, just to see all the names on the wall. And you know, me, you know, it kind of, you know, I don't know about you, but me, when I see all those names on the wall, those are people that families and all that, and you know, it's kind of it's somber. It's not. There's no other way to put it. It is somber when you see the memorials. We have a couple of them. We have one in here, City Hall in Yonkers, right here. It's for the people that all the Yonkers residents that died in each war. There's a memorial. It's not far from me. It's a few blocks down, and they got all the names of all the you know, all the Yonkers residents that served in every war, going back to I believe going back to World War I, maybe even, yeah, well, at least World War I. I know World War. Yonkers residents, all the way up to the recent conflict in you know, uh, Iraq and Afghanistan. All the names are down there, right down there. And then down here, right 2 blocks away, there's a Korean War Memorial right here for those that served in the Korean War. The, you know, city residents of Yonkers that lost their life in Korea. Yeah. I remember the Milwaukee Public Museum in 2007. Yeah. Of course, I've never been to the Baseball Hall of Fame, which I would like to have gone to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Of course, the Pro Football Hall of Fame is in Ohio, Canton, Ohio. I know the Baseball Hall of Fame is in Cooperstown, which is upstate New York. And the Basketball Hall of Fame is in Springfield, Massachusetts. That's where my brother lives at. I have an older brother. He lives in Springfield, Massachusetts. So I know there is a Basketball Hall of Fame there. Of course, I've been to the Intrepid Aerospace and Sea Museum. That's the aircraft carrier that's in Manhattan, the USS Intrepid. You know, I've been there 3 times. It's if you ever been to New York City and you want to see, you know, aircraft carrier from World War II all the way to the Vietnam era. Of course, there's other planes up there. I believe the SR-71 is up there. They have the space shuttle there. One of the space shuttles, the remaining ones. I think it's which is the one that Discovery. I forgot which one is the one. Not Discovery. Is it Atlantis? I forgot which one is there. Because Columbia got destroyed and the Challenger. So those are the two that are not. Of course, you know, Challenger was the Reagan. That was the one that blew up on liftoff, after liftoff. Then the Columbia got burned up during the reentry. So we have the Enterprise. I'm gonna go see one in DC. When I go into DC, I think that's the one they have over there is the Columbia. No, not the Columbia. Excuse me, Columbia. I just said it. The Enterprise or the Atlantis. I forgot which one. Discovery, I think, is in California. My brother went to see that one. The Discovery. I think they made 6 of them or 5 of them. I forgot off the top of my head. And 2 of them got destroyed. So there's 4 left. So they're all in museums now. They're all retired, of course. So I'm going to see one of them next week. And I'm thinking about posting the videos here on this channel. But I don't know yet because if it's not radio related, I don't know. Because I have another channel. I just started it. It's called the Air and Space Channel. I have that one now. So But that one needs to get upgraded because I can't post videos more than 15 minutes there. Now, YouTube has a thing that you need to verify the account before you can go more than 15 minutes when you set up a new account. So I don't know yet. Or I may just put it on the Danny Show. I may just rename the Danny Show. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about doing something with the Danny Show. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm thinking about something because I want to put travel stuff there too. You know, I want to put stuff there that's like, you know. So let me go down here. So yeah, Chris, the Transit Museum is in downtown Brooklyn. Yeah, I think it's Schermerhorn. Well, I can't pronounce that. Schermerhorn Street. I know where it's at. I know where it's at. It's by all the MTA buildings and all that. I've been down there. I applied for MTA jobs. I know that area. It's right over the Brooklyn Bridge. I used to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge and go to that area. You know, the FDNY headquarters is there. The Schermerhorn, yeah, Schermerhorn. Because I applied for, years ago, I applied for conductor job, train operator. So I've been down there. I take the physical and all that. You know, I score high in the test and everything. It's just that back then, a misdemeanor will get you disqualified. Misdemeanors, depending on it. So I guess that's what happened to me. It was misdemeanor or something. I don't know. It was, and then one of them was a confusion with my ID and all this stupid. It was, I mean, they really weeded out people for nonsense. Because a lot of people apply for those jobs. But those are good jobs. You know, I mean, if you get a job with, for example, a train operator job, how I would have got that job, right now I would have been freaking retired right now with a fat pension. You're gonna be making 100 a year easy. Especially, you know, especially in the beginning, you know, you're gonna get the crappiest ships. You're gonna be making over 100 easy, with all the overtime and all the night differential and all that. Oh my God, easily. So, and I used to go, because when I worked for Kawasaki, I used to go there. You know, and I also went to Coney Island. I had to go through the training. I had to go to track safety training. So there's a school in Coney Island I had to go to. So, you know, I'm familiar with Brooklyn. Like, I know Brooklyn almost as much as I know the Bronx. Manhattan is the borough that I know. The Bronx, if I'm going to rank the boroughs that I know very well, is the Bronx, Manhattan, then Brooklyn, then Queens, Staten Island. I don't know much of Staten Island. I only been there like a couple of times because of the ferry. That's it. But the Bronx and Manhattan, I know every street like the back of my hand. And then Brooklyn is like third. Queens too. Queens, like, you know. But definitely Bronx and Manhattan, especially Manhattan, because I used to work as a messenger. When I was in my teen, I worked as a messenger. When I didn't want to go, when I didn't go to school and I would cut school, I would just take the subway all over the city. Just stay on the subway and ride. Go all the way to the A line, all the way to the end of the A line. Come back on this line, all the way to the end of this line. I think I rode on every line in the subway system, pretty much. I think every stop I've probably been to every stop in the whole system. If I remember, I think. I know the Bronx, every stop. Manhattan, pretty much every stop. Brooklyn, pretty much almost every stop I've been to. Queens, yeah, Queens too, because there's not that many. I think I've been to every stop. The only subway that I haven't ridden is the Staten Island one, the Staten Island Rapid Transit or SIRT, whatever. I never ridden the train. I never got to ride on that train. I taken the ferry to Staten Island and went back. That's it. But I never rode that subway, the Staten Island one. I never rode on that one. Never got to ride on that one. And of course, up here, the Metro North. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a lot of crazy stuff on the subway. Yeah. Yeah. Dwayne Trivia, have you been to the Mandolin Brother music store in Long Island? No. Doesn't ring a bell. Chrissy, go to the Queens Museum of Art. Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah, Flushing Meadow Park. Yeah, I've been there. And I actually went there for community service. I actually was sent there for community service years ago. I pleaded guilty to community service. Yeah, disorderly conduct. So they said, you're going to do community service. You're going to go clean this park. So they sent me to that park because the case was in Queens. So I wanted to go into that park, Flushing Meadow Park, by the World's Fair. I had to pick up trash. A couple of weekends. I would go there on the weekend, just pick up some trash. So of course I know I know that park. And then Shea Stadium is not far from there. The old Shea Stadium. The number 7 line. Number 7 line. Yeah. The Queens Museum, okay. Chrissy, they have a big room called the Panorama at the Queens Museum of Art. Is with a giant map of New York City with all 5 boroughs of NYC with every home and building. Cool. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of things to see. A lot of stuff to see. That's one thing about New York City. There's a lot of things to see. Unfortunately, the people that are running the city are idiots. But, like for example, when I lived in the Bronx, you see it, like see this? I was not this is after COVID. All this I put on all this weight. When I lived in the Bronx, I used to do a lot of walking because everything is right there. I would walk from the Bronx. I would just go right over not the GW. I would walk down to Willis Avenue. I would go on the Willis. I'm in Manhattan. Now I'm in Harlem. I walk down. I'm in Central Park East. I walk further down more. I'm in Upper East Side, Upper West Side. If I go to the other side, everything is within walking distance. And what I mean by that is you don't need a car. You can just go. And then when you want to come home, you just take the subway back home. And that's that's a good thing about it. Over here in Yonkers is not that way. It is a small city here. There is some mass transit here, but it's not 24 hours a day. And over here, there's a lot of hills. And there's not much to see here. It's a lot quieter here. I know by the boardwalk, it's a nice pier there. It's a nice boardwalk. For example, July 4th, they have fireworks down there. But it's not New York City. It's not New York City. And there's some places to eat down there by the boardwalk and all that. But, it's not New York City where, my wife and I, we used to go to Chinatown. I used to go to Chinatown a lot. Canal Street. I used to go to, when I buy art supplies, I used to go to Pearl Paint. They're no longer around though. Pearl Paint, Canal Street, Pearl Paint. I used to get all my art supplies from there. Of course, you go thrifting. I used to go down there. I used to go to the surplus stores because I used to collect. My brother still does that. He collects like patches and World War II stuff. Like Soviet stuff. My brother used to collect a lot of Soviet stuff. He collects like Soviet toys. My brother collects a lot of that. Soviet, Russian tanks and all that, Soviets, like everything Soviet. I'm surprised you don't have a Soviet radio. And I was looking for one a few months ago. I've been looking for one for a while. It's because there was a place on 14th Street by First Avenue. When you get off Union Square in 14th Street, you walk down all the way to First Avenue. It's around 14th Street. By First Avenue, you get off the Union Square, you walk, just go down east. There's a store that they sell a lot of Soviet stuff, memorabilia. 6 stories of art supplies. Because Because I don't know if I said it before. I used to write graffiti too, and of course I used to draw a lot. I used to, my friend of mine. So we would go there. I would buy stuff. Of course, I knew many people that went there too. And when you go in there, all you see is the graffiti. Every graffiti writer has been there. Because you see their name and going up the stairs, you'll see their name there. Everybody bombed that hallway going up the stairs. So you see every graffiti writer all over the city is there. So of course, I took the liberty of putting my name there. My friend too, he put his name there. Like we don't have that. We don't really have that anymore. I know that's vandalism. But that was part of the thing about the art store. It's an art store. Yeah, the airbrush store. Back then, the airbrush was very expensive. So, my brother built plastic models. I used to build models too. Airbrushing was very expensive back then. Now airbrushing is cheap now. Because the most expensive thing was the compressor. Get a good compressor. Airbrushing, yeah, airbrushing. So airbrushing way back then was very expensive, especially for models like this. When you want to build something like this. Well, this is die-cast metal one. I didn't build this one. But when you want to build a model, like a plastic model, and you want to do, especially that camouflage, you want to paint those like the World War II German tanks. Some of them they had or German aircraft, Luftwaffe. They have very crazy camouflage patterns, and you need an airbrush for that. Yeah, I mean you could do it with a brush, but it's too time consuming. It doesn't look good. The airbrush looks very realistic, but they were very expensive. We couldn't afford that. Couldn't afford an airbrush. So I never got to use an airbrush. Now of course I can get it now, but I'm not into plastic models though. I don't build plastic models no more. I don't. My brother still does that, but he doesn't do it airbrush. He does it by hand. But yeah, airbrush. Of course, people started doing shirts with it. Yeah. Yeah, especially, very fine. Yeah, I know. So brushes are very, art supplies in general are very expensive. Even, not only art, but, model building stuff. It's skyrocketed now. Building plastic models now, they're very expensive. I get a couple of those on my Facebook. Model building groups, and people send, I see posts and stuff. I see the model kits now, they're very expensive now. Very, very expensive now. Right now, I just collect die-cast metal stuff. I just started doing that. Like this one. See, this is a Bradley. It's kind of hard to tell with this webcam. It's not a good focus, but I know the focus is not that good on this webcam, but this camera doesn't do any justice. But when I put my phone on it on 4K, it's very detailed. Right down to the see, this camera is not going to do any. See the gas cans right here, and there's a little hatch right there. And that's on my other channel, Danny's Diecast Collection. I told my brother one day that I want to show off his collection of plastic models, but that would be a lot of videos. That would be at least 3 or 4 part series if I were to show his collection. If you go to his room, it's all plastic models all around him. All types of scale. Like this is, for example, this plane is 1/400 scale, see? Right? So this is 777, Boeing 777, right? Not the best detailed plane, but they have models that are way small to, big model planes. And this costs very expensive models to build. And for example, this is very tiny. This is a German tank destroyer. This is very tiny. You see the camouflage pattern on this one? But this camera doesn't focus, so it's hard to tell. There you go. See? This is very tiny. See how small it is? Let me point it over there. And the focus. And bring it back. Yeah. I'm trying to pick up where I left off here. Chris C, yeah, they have old school train from the 50s there. Yeah, I know the Transit Museum has all that. That's why I want to go check it out. Because you know, I remember riding the old trains. I remember riding the ones when I was a kid that they had the ceiling fan. They had the ceiling fan, and those go back to the not even air conditioned. They were not air conditioned. They just had a fan. It was, you know, like a ceiling fan. You put your finger in that thing, chop, chop. I mean, they had a little grill on there, whatever, but it was just a fan. It was just a fan blowing the train. I remember riding on a few of those in the 70s. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff on the subway. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, now I hear it's crazy when they start pushing people on the platform. That's just crazy. I never seen nobody. I mean, I knew someone that. Well, I didn't know him. My brother knew him. Like, I never knew anybody that actually got pushed into a platform and got hit by a train. My brother actually knew somebody that he killed himself by jumping in front of a train. I guess he was depressed. It was, I think, his supervisor. My brother used to work in a grocery store not far from where I used to live at. And the guy, I guess he was depressed. And one day, you know, he just decided to jump in front of the oncoming train, and that was the end of him. And my brother told me what happened. And then when we went to the station, they were cleaning up the, you know, because it was the L, you know, elevated. That station's elevated, so he got hit by the train, run over, whatever. But I guess the pieces came down to the street level, so they had the whole area closed off, and they were cleaning it up, basically. And that's the first time that I saw that. I was like, wow. I mean, I didn't see no body parts, but I knew somebody. They told me, oh no, they're cleaning up the blood, whatever's there. I was like, oh my God. And I remember I had never forgot that. I was like, oh my God. And my brother told me, no, he was my boss. He was the one of the co-owners of the store right there. So I don't know what happened to him, and he just took him to, you know. But now it's like a monthly occurrence in the news. So you see like monthly or bi-weekly occurrence. You know, somebody get pushed on the platform or something. It's crazy. It's scary. And that's why originally I wanted to take my son to Times Square and all that. I put that off. I don't want to take him in the city. No. Because it's too many, you know, I hate to say it, too many crazy people out there, and I don't want to take that chance. You know, I haven't been to the city in a long time. You know, I had several job interviews not job interviews, but offers for interview, and I'm not interested right now. I just said, you know what, I'm not interested right now. It has to be very local to me or up there. I don't want to go. I really do one. I don't want to go in the city right now. Not yet. Not ready for that. Yeah. Yeah, propane was the best. Yeah, I loved it. 6 stories of so much art supplies. Yeah. So I will go to the art brush floor. Yeah. The brushes were very expensive too. The Japanese airbrush brand Iwata. Yeah, I don't know much. I know the only one I knew was the American one. There's one brand that I knew. I forgot the name of it. I'm sure you know it. It's an old brand. Anyway, that's the one that because my older brother did buy airbrush. He did buy one, but he would buy it. He bought. He couldn't afford a compressor. We're talking about the 70s here, late 70s. So air compressors was very expensive. They were very, very expensive back then. So he would just buy the can. You know the can air. It's just canned compressed air. You hook it up to the airbrush. Just compressed air. That's it. So he would buy that. But I forgot the name of the brand of that airbrush. So that's the one he used. It was a very, very entry level airbrush, nothing special. He never really got to use it much. But I remember he had the can air. It was like a white can. I forgot the brand. I have to look it up. If I look it up, it'll come back to me. But he never got to buy the air compressor and all that. My audio's clipping. I don't know why. I'm not getting any. Maybe it's me clipping because I sound a little. Plus, I got the AC running. AC's running because otherwise I'll freaking melt. Maybe sometime it's a little hiccup with the internet. Right now it's 4:00 in the afternoon, so you know the internet is gonna be a little crazy now. Yeah, 5:00. So yeah. Yeah, so hello, James Farley. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So I don't know. Maybe there is some audio clipping. I noticed that with the Wi-Fi. I mean, I noticed that with this guy. When I was talking to somebody, I heard a. He was talking on something. The audio went. So definitely entry level technician level license. You want to talk around the world? DMR is probably the best way to go about it. You know, it's the least expensive way. One of the least expensive way, because DMR radio like this is not expensive. And then you get a hotspot like this, and you set it up, and that's it. And you can talk to anybody around the world. No problem. You could also connect to a repeater that has DMR, but the problem that I had is that all my repeaters that have DMR are over 5 miles away. I think the closest one is 5.7 miles, according to Repeater Book. I thought I had a repeater right here nearby, but it's not DMR. They don't do DMR. This one, the closest, this one does Echo Link, but not DMR. So the ones that do DMR, and the one that's in the Bronx that did DMR, I don't think is online anymore. I think Repeater Book does an update because it wasn't online. That's what happened. I tried to connect to that one. So in my case, I was better off getting a hotspot. Okay. So you can do it this way. You can just get a hotspot. You know, a gateway. So what happens is, I talk. This goes to this. This goes over the internet. And you can talk. And the good thing about this is that, for example, like HF, You're gonna have static issues. You can't, especially someone like me, that I'm not very good at. I have an issue with hearing. That's another reason why HF never appealed to me. Because, for example, if I'm trying to talk to someone, I watch all these videos where people talk on HF, and I don't know how the hell they make out some of the call signs. I'm like, I would have been like, can you repeat? Can you repeat? Can you repeat? I can't. I'm sorry. My hearing is at that point to some degree. So this is not the case with DMR. DMR is much more clear. Plus, depending on the radio you have, their call sign comes out right here. So you already know the call sign you're speaking to and the name. And it comes out here on the display. So their call sign comes out here and also comes on the screen. When I open up that page, the dashboard page, I can see who I'm talking to right there. I see the call sign and everything. I can click on it and go to their profile. So I don't have to sit there like, can you repeat your call sign? I see it right there. You understand? So this appeals to someone like me that my hearing is not that good. I don't want to be an HF asking people 10 times. Can you repeat your call sign? Can you slow down or whatever? And then you got to fight through the static and all that. So there is when people say it's the ham radio, they don't know what they're talking about. It's not for everybody, the HF stuff. Eventually, I want to make up, but for me, until I get my general, I don't have much interest in that right now. But with this, I don't need that. I can still make contacts all around the world with this. If the audio is a lot better, it's clear. You saw the video, it's clear. Not this radio, but the other radio, if I put the firmware update, it don't matter with headphones. It's just me. It's my hearing sometimes is depending on the radio, you can see the call sign right here. So I don't have to be like, can you repeat your call? I see it right there. I say, okay, so and so, yeah. I read you, I hear you loud and clear. I can copy, whatever. For example, like with this, I don't need the general right now. I want to get the general and I will get it. But again, and I said it before, this is good for people that live in HOA. They don't want to break the bank and buy, 100-watt radio. They don't have the space to put an antenna. They just want to make contacts. They don't want to, a modest little setup in an apartment or, whatever. You know what I mean? It works for them. So, yeah, all those guys use headphones. Yeah, I know. James Farley, did you see that the radio that Jill's got? Yeah, I saw it. It was like a tabletop radio. Nice. It looks nice. It looks very nice. I noticed that they changed their name because I went to the Facebook the other day and I saw that they had a link to, I guess they changed the name. It's not Chong Yong or Chong Yong. I think it now is Shang Young or something. I forgot it. Anyway, or Xiong or whatever. Anyway. And again, I was gonna reach out to them, but I said forget it. I'm at the point now. And actually you see my finger? That's a new radio right there. I just got it from HH Data. I'm not gonna bring it up close because I don't want to show it yet. They just sent me that radio. I'll tell you one thing, it's a pocket radio. I'm gonna make a video on it soon. Right there. I just got it the other day. They reached out to me and they said, we want to send this radio for you so you can test it and review it. I said, sure, why not? So you can see it right there. There's 3 colors. If you go to their website, actually their Facebook page, they have a video And they show all the radios, and they show that radio in the boat. It's coming soon. So it's a pocket radio. It's a pocket radio, just like the CC Pocket. So it's an SH Data pocket radio. So I'm going to do an unboxing soon on it, and I'm going to start playing around with that little radio. So that's the box right there. I'm going to unbox that soon. So now you guys know, exclusive, breaking news. And I'm not going to say the model number yet, but anyway, it's a pocket radio. It looks pretty cool. So SH Data, they reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, and they said, we want to send you this radio, and they put up pictures of it, and they sent me a PDF on it. I said, okay, cool. I said, yeah, I'll check it out. And this is what I'm talking about. SH Data reached out to me. The other companies, I reached out to them. They don't want to reach out to me. You know what? I don't got time for that. That's it. I'm not going to, you know, I guess my channel's not good enough for them. That's fine. You know, because I have that guy. I have messaged him a couple of times, and he didn't reply. So I said, forget it. I said, I'm not gonna, you know, because I wanted to see if I could try the LC90. Same thing with Ratty. I reached out to them. They have an influencer page where you could sign up for the influencer page. So, you know, of course, I have 3,000 followers here, or subscribers. TikTok, I have 20,000. You know, 20,000. What is it? 20,700. I forgot what the number is now. Approaching 21,000. Instagram and whatever, and I put all that in there. Okay, fine. I guess maybe whatever. Send it out to the farm guy, whatever, or to the other guy. The radio DDD guy. So, and Radtel just saw my video, so they sent me an email and they said, "Oh, we're happy that you posted the unboxing video of the Radtel." And I'll show it. You know why I'm going to show it? Because you know what? They deserve to be on the air. The nice looking Radtel RT470X right here. It's a nice radio. You know? And also Q Dolson reached out to me. Q Dolson. They love my videos. They say, we love how enthusiastic you are about our radio. And I told them, I said, I love your radio. So they're going to send me another radio. As soon as it's available, they're going to send me either the new model, whichever they're going to come out with. They said, well, we're going to put you on a list for a future. When we get any future product, we're going to send you. I said, great. So Q Dolson reached out to me too. They reached out to me. I think I said it last week. I didn't say it. It was a week ago. They reached out to me and they said, we love the videos that you post about our DX286. You know, we see that you're enjoying our radio and all that. So we want to put you on the list for our future products. I said, that's what I'm talking about. So see, companies like this, Q Dolson, SH Data, they reach out to me. Thank you. So Ratty and Chong Young, whatever, that's fine. You see what I'm saying? So Radtels right here. So this is the one that's unlocked, and this one the one that have MERS unlocked. That you want to hear Walmart? Yeah, you can also use for business. This is also for commercial use. You can use it. So if you have a small business, you can use this radio to communicate with, you know, on that frequency, because that frequency is for commercial use. So if you have a small business or you know, private limousine or whatever, you can use this radio and use the MERS frequencies. And that's why this radio is I'm gonna say it's a good radio for that, because this is the only radio that has that unlocked. There's a few radios that do have MERS, A lot of Motorola radios, a few had, but this one hasn't. And this one also has a firmware update that I can listen to from 18 megahertz all the way to 1 gigahertz. Basically turn into a scanner. Yeah. No, I turned down a bunch of stuff. You'd be surprised. You know, let me go back up here. So yeah, that's a nice radio. Like that tabletop looks nice. And he said that it's wood and said that's good. That's nice. You know, I know they also have another radio that's small. They have an internet radio. I know I saw on their website they have a little, but that's a nice little tabletop radio. It's nice. It's cool. James Farley, I bet you hear honey. You know, you'd be surprised. She's always complaining about that I don't hear her. She thinks I'm doing that on purpose. I said, no, honey, I really can't hear you. Sometimes I'm down here. I have the AC on. I'm watching something, and she's in the kitchen, and she's saying, you know, like calling my name, and I can't hear her. Sometimes I don't want to get into that because I don't want to. It's borderline. There's a condition about that. I don't want to get because you know why it's gonna. I don't want to get depressed right now. Please don't. Anyway, I'm telling you, it's selective. I don't want you to say selective. It's just that because I watch these videos. I watch when you guys talk when they talk to and I'll be like, how the hell they got the freaking call sign out of that noise? And I'm telling you right now, I don't have the patience for that. That's the thing. I don't, because you understand, my time is limited. You know, between my son and what I do with this channel, and I have a couple other channels that I do, and just free time, just time to relax. You know, I don't want to be. I just can't. I just don't want to. I don't know. Some people have patience for that. I don't. Just like FMDXing. I spent an hour trying to narrow down a station. I couldn't get the station because every time it would fade out right before the freaking top of the hour, it will fade out completely. So I'm like, man, I don't know how these guys do with the FMDXing. Because last night 90.9 was coming in, and I heard public radio, and I know that I got the Philly one. I got the Philly one. The other day, I got the Philly one. That's public radio also, because last night it was BBC, so I know it's public radio. And then I heard the public radio, but I didn't get to hear the call sign. And I know TV Radio 1972 posted a video last night or yesterday. He got Iowa Public Radio on 90.9. So I say, wow, okay, conditions, okay, so there's sporadic E right now. Okay, so let me put on 90.9. So I put on 90.9. I had that for almost 2 hours. I had a 90.9. It was fading in and out, but I never got a call sign. I never got an RDS on it. Right? So I couldn't make out which public radio this was. So I'm thinking it was the Philly one, the same one I got the other day, the WHYY or something. And I know he said that you can get that regularly. So I said, yeah, I figured that one I'm gonna get regularly anyway, because my Halo antenna, you know what I mean, the FM loop antenna, I used to get Philly on a regular basis, even though it's 90 miles away. I will get Philly. I will get certain Philly station, and it wasn't that station. It was another station before that I picked up when I had the antenna point thing. And I'm going to go up there in a couple of days. I'm going to change it around again, because tomorrow I'm getting the. I ordered a new antenna for the television one. I ordered the RCA ANT75. That's the one I'm gonna go with. I know it doesn't have low VHF, but at this point, I'm not gonna break my head over low VHF. And there is a mod for that, by the way. There's a mod that I can take that antenna. I'll show you the antenna. Let me see. Hopefully, this thing won't crash. Let me just put RCA ANT, because I got this one for $44. Actually, let me turn on this screen. I'm gonna put it over here. Yeah, I know, and the thing is, I couldn't verify if it was Philly, or it could have been maybe I was hoping to get the Iowa one, but I never got to. So I got to the point. I said, yeah, I just gave up. I said it was already 2 in the morning. I said, you know what? I already did this. I'm already doing this for almost 2 hours. While I was doing other stuff, I said, you know, I'm done. So credit for you guys. You guys got the patience for that stuff. I just don't. After a while, I'm gonna say I'm done, just to get a call sign, and I say, you know, I'm done. I'm not gonna break my head over that shit. Sorry, I don't mean to say it like that, but you already got the window. Anyway, so I got this one, but not exactly this one. It looks, I think it has 2 elements. Let me take this Yagi out the way, right here. Jesus Christ, Danny. Let me put this. So I got this one, sir. So I ordered this one, but mine has 2 elements there. It's 2. So it's not exactly this model, but there's a mod for this one. There's going to be 2 elements there. So there's a mod to make one of these elements longer, and that'll cover the low VHF. But I don't think I'm going to need the mod because I'm not far away from the stations. You know, I'm 15 miles away. You know, they're not far away. It's just 2 edge. But I think that since this is directional, I should be able to get the low VHF station anyway, because they're still gonna come in strong anyway. So if not, I may do the mod, and because let me see the exact model. That's coming tomorrow. I'll show you the eBay one that I purchased. It was an open box one. The guy made an offer for me. I had him on the watch list, and he made an offer for me. And I said, you know what? I'll get that one. It's an open box. Everything is in there. He said the only thing there's a little scratch on the J pole, because it comes with a J pole mount. But I'm not gonna need that. I don't care if it has a little scratch on it. I don't care. So let me click on that one. Okay, let me find the picture. Where's the picture though? Yeah, okay, so it is the same one. It's the same one. So yeah, this one. So it's gonna be in the box and all that right there. That's the one I got. So it was $44. But he made an offer to me, so I got it for $44. So it's an open box. Everything is in there. The only thing is the J mount. The J mount has a scratch on it, and that's it. It's a little paint chip right there. This picture. So I see I said, oh, that's not a deal breaker. That's okay. I don't care about that. So I save money, because normally that costs about $70 this antenna. So I got it for $44. So that's coming tomorrow. So that's gonna replace I'm gonna take down the clear streams. I'm gonna put this one in that spot, and we'll see what happens. Eventually, I'm gonna get new coax too, but I'm gonna do it after I come back from vacation. Only because, you know, I don't want to order something now and I'm not gonna be home. My brother's gonna be home, but I don't want, you know, I'll wait till I come back. No sense of urgency in that. So I got a good deal on that. For $44. And worst comes to worst, you know, I could put that on a rotor. I'll just get the rotor, and I think I'll be good with that. I know. I was thinking about something else, James Farley, about building my own. You mentioned that to me, and I started looking into that. A horizontal, a vertical FM dipole. First, I built one of those, and I'm actually thinking about building not a periodic, a Yagi. I was thinking about building my own. Just buy the aluminum. Well, I have aluminum scrap. I could maybe, because I do have the balun. I already have the balun, and I have a mount. If I can find aluminum scrap, I could probably build one and put it together with the rivets. I have riveting. Riveting is easy. You just drill a pilot hole. You put the rivet in. You put the rivet in. That's it. That's how you secure all the metal. So I started thinking about, I got a rivet. I got the rivet gun. It's a riveter. I got the kit. And I could probably build something. I could probably build my own. And I'm thinking about making a big one. Because the FM loop is good. It's pretty good. The Yagi is actually surprisingly, it's weird that the Yagi, even though it's getting blocked from behind, I'm still picking up Poughkeepsie stations with the Yagi. So even the back end, the back part of the Yagi is still picking up Poughkeepsie. Even behind the chimney, partially blocked by the chimney, it's still picking up Poughkeepsie. So I can imagine that Yagi would have been higher out in the open. What I can pick up with that Yagi, with that little Yagi. It's pretty interesting. Even though it's not designed for that, I know it's designed for UHF. But it's interesting when it picks up on FM. I was like, wow. Because I picked up Poughkeepsie Station. What is that station? Which I never picked up before. It's not on my list, and I picked it up the other day, and I kept picking up with both antennas. And I didn't pick that one up with the Kidosin. I picked that one with the silver radio. It's Vassar College. It's up there in Poughkeepsie. I'm trying to remember the call signs for that one. I have it on. I have the video of it recorded. I just need to upload it. I forgot the call letters. I know it's Vassar College. And I think they broadcast. It's not, well, I don't want to say it's not that. Is it 3,000 watts? I forgot what it was. It might be 20,000 watts. I forgot what it is. Anyway, and that's the first time I heard it. It was coming in kind of weak, and then all suddenly, then the next day it came in pretty good. It's weird. It comes in, and so, and I heard when I heard the call that I looked at, I was like, oh, that's Vassar College in Poughkeepsie. Oh, okay. First time I heard that station. So, yeah. Yeah. James Farley, I hope they use that card chip more than its fashion. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it's. I'm having fun with that radio, with the silver one, and the Kidosin. I'm having fun with it. But lately, I've been using the silver one, only because I had it here with the stand, and I have my FM antenna here. Because it's been too warm outside, sticky now. I don't go outside for DXing now. I just stay in here and listen with the air conditioner on. It's too sticky out there. Plus, I got mosquito bites all over. Look at me. The other night, a couple of nights ago, I think it was 2 nights ago, I was out there. Man, I got chewed up. Mosquitoes. So. And I haven't done that either, DX NOAA stations. I haven't done that. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't want to buy any more radios. I think I'm done with buying radios. I got this DMR thing, and that's it. I'm not buying no. I'm actually thinking about maybe even selling a couple of them. I don't know yet. But people, they want to send me to review, I'll review. That's fine. Like I got one the other day. They sent me to. They wanted me to review a DMR hand handheld. And then they say, you know, something about if I buy it, I get a discount. I'm not buying a radio. You're crazy. Like they don't do they even watch my videos? And I tell them I'm not buying anything. You send it to me, I'll take a look at it. And I, you know, like for example, the rat tail, right? I did unboxing, but I haven't had time to play around with it yet because I'm before I go on vacation, I'm gonna do the Qdosin review. So that's gonna be here. I should do that review in the next 48 hours or so. I'm gonna do my Qdosin review, and then yeah, I have Bugs Apple. That doesn't help much. It helps a little, but it doesn't help much. No, it's just that right now, what happened was I was cutting the grass the other day. Cause it was too tall, so I cut all the grass. So the day that I was cutting the grass, I unleashed all of those, and some of them, you know, and I think I got bitten by a spider on my knee because I had a little swelling, but it went down though. It was a tick or a spider that bit me in the leg. Yeah, I have one. I have one as a Raid brand. I used to put it in the corner. I still have it. I just gotta plug it in, put it over there, and yeah, it was zap. And I gotta get the mosquito lure. There's a little thing you put on there, and it lures the mosquito. Because there's a little attachment you have to put on the fly thing to lure the mosquitoes. So I need to get that. I need to buy one of those because the one that's old already. But they only last for a few months and then you have to throw them out. Yeah, mosquitoes, especially mosquitoes. Yeah. Because right now we're in the middle of July, so this is the time. And I said it before. I enjoy the summer from Memorial Day all the way to July 4th. After July 4th, back there starts getting crazy. It's just because everything is all bloomed out, you know, all types of bugs out there now. And it's hot and it's humid and it's sticky all the way to August. And then by Labor Day, I'm already like, before Labor Day, I'm like, okay, I'm done with the summertime. Bring on the cool weather. I'm already getting to that point where I'm already getting sick of the hot weather. 1 month, 2 months is fine, and that's it. You know, I'm at that point. Yeah. So James Farley, Danny's getting free stuff, not because it's free, because it's good. Well, no, yeah, well, exactly that too, because Gradio hasn't sent me anything recently. They said they were going to send me something. They never did. And I noticed that they had another radio they put out there. But I guess since those two not so good reviews of their radios, I guess they said, okay, we had enough. He beat us down enough. Because, you know, and I don't mind, because I'm going to say that, you know, I'm going to review the radio. But if you send me 2 or 3 radios that are junk, I don't want no part of it after that. You know, after a while, I'm going to say, you know what, I'm not interested. My garden is going well. Right now, I got a few little tomatoes already. I got some cucumbers. I'm getting the corn now. The corn is starting to form. It's starting to form. I see a couple of stalks already with the little remnant, you know, the beginnings of the corn. I can see the husk starting to. I got some green beans. And that's it. The peppers, I can't because there's too much. I need to go in there and look, see if we have peppers. So it's going well. The raised bed actually was a good idea. So I'm thinking next year I'm going to do a second raised bed. And maybe even a flower bed. So a separate raised bed garden. But she wants to grow flowers too. Me, I could care less about flowers. I'd rather just grow vegetables. And have a separate, because, you know, because she wants to put them on the ground. I said, no, I don't want to put them on the ground because I have to mow the lawn, and I don't want to mow around stuff. I can't do that because it was taking too much time. We planted a few things on the ground, like shrubs and all that, and I got to cut around there. It was more work for me to be cutting that. Because, you know, my backyard right there, if I don't cut that grass every so often, it's like a jungle. It turns into a jungle. And that's when you get a lot of bugs, a lot of even rats. They'll start coming over here. But when you cut the grass low, they got nowhere to hide. And the birds love it when you cut the grass low because they go in there and eat all the bugs. As soon as I cut that grass, all the birds fly in and they start picking out all the bugs that are hiding inside. No, I don't have no rabbits. Oh no, we don't have rabbits over here. So thank God we don't have rabbits. We only have squirrels. Squirrels, that's it. We have raccoons. You know, I don't see them often. Of course, a couple of months almost. A month and a half ago, was it already? I had one that was right there in the basement, right there in the shed, in the little area right there. Because I had junk in there. I had a lot of old wood in there. I had all the pieces of this floor. The floor that was here was in there. So he camped out in there for a few days until he ripped up my garden hose. And I was scared that he was going to rip my coax. Well, he didn't rip my coax. Thank God he didn't mess with my coax. It was only the garden hose that he bit into, and he ripped it up. So right now I have it over here, and I need to fix it. But I cleaned out that room. I disinfected that room. I put pine oil, and all that, you know. And he left one morning. He left. That's it. He never came back. He hasn't been back since. It's empty right now, that room. Eventually, I was gonna gut out that little room and put a door, and basically repaint it or whatever, you know. Fix up, you know, maybe cement here and there, and paint and turn it into like what do you call a bunker. It's like a bunker. Right now, it's like a bunker. That's like a bunker. Because that used to be an old laundry room. The people that lived here before, they had that area as a laundry room. So there's a water supply thing there. There's a light fixture in there. There's an outlet in there. But right now, there's no door. It is all empty. But I want to clean that out, and I want to put a door. I may turn that into like a bunker. Maybe I could turn that into like a shack, a little radio shack in there. So I could listen to stations in there. But that's a lot of work. I don't want to mess with that right now. It's too hot to be in there. But, and I kind of neglected that for a while because, you know, other stuff. But since that raccoon was there, he left. I said, no, I can't take that place for granted. I need to put a door in it soon. So I'm thinking maybe in the fall I'll start gutting it out and paint it and then put a door there. And hopefully, you know, I can use that. No, those are socks. They're all socks. Yes, I know some of them got stained socks on it. No, they're all socks, believe me. I tell you, I hang my clothes. Yeah, see, they're all socks. Socks. I know some of them I just can't take out the stain, you see? Oh my God, man. Yeah. No, I knew better than that. I'm not gonna hang my underwear there while I'm doing a live stream. No, because the last thing I wash is socks. Because I don't have a dryer. I don't have a dryer. The basement, there's enough room there for a washer in the boiler room. I can put a dryer in there too. However, I thought about putting a gas dryer there because that room that I was telling you about, that's where the laundry room used to be at. But now it's outside. That room is outside because there's no door there now, so it's not exposed to the elements. And that room is very it needs to be gutted. It needs to be repainted, and the whole thing. But I don't like that room for that reason. The boiler room is actually, so the washing machine is there. I have a washing machine. I can't put a dryer there, but the problem with the dryer, there's two dryers you can put. You can put an electric dryer, but I need 220 for that. I have a 220 line, but I need to change the connector. But I don't really want to put a dryer there because we don't really need a dryer. Because I hang stuff here. In the boiler room, I hang stuff. I hang clothes in there too. And I have that, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a folding thing that comes out. And it has a whole bunch of rods. I hang clothes there too. And I hang clothes over here in the hanger. Outside is I hang stuff. So I hang a lot of clothes because I'm the one that does the laundry here. I do everybody's laundry. My wife, my son, and my own laundry. I'm the one that does the laundry here. I guess that's one of my duties. So I've been doing all these years without a dryer. In the winter time it's easy because the boiler is running and that room gets dry and everything dries up fast in there. A few hours, everything dries up in there. Over here, because of the air conditioner right now, this is dry up. This is almost dry already. This last night, it's almost dry. I think most of them are dry already. In the summertime, it's different because of the humidity. So over there, I have to run a dehumidifier. If I run the dehumidifier for a few hours, I dry everything in there. So the dehumidifier actually works as a dryer. As over there, it's a small dehumidifier. If I run in the boiler room with all the clothes hanging in there, it dries it up in a few hours. And plus I run it because I want to keep this basement dry. And it gets rid of the humidity. Because right now the problem is with the humidity is all over the house. It's just humid. So that dries up the air. It gets rid of the humidity. So, hey, hello, Mad Radio DXer. Good evening. So I was talking about earlier about the DR 1801 with the hotspot. I was talking about it last night. So this is the hotspot right here. OLED screen. It's already built. You can buy the kit and build it, but $57 and change. Everything's all there. Just plug it in, set up the networking. Once you set up the networking, you go in there, with the browser. You put the pi-star. Go there, boom. Go on the admin page. You set it up. Of course, the frequency. Once I set up the frequency here, boom, off and running. And you saw the little short video. And I made a couple of contacts. I spoke to that Australian guy that you spoke to. Alf. I think it's VK2 GAP or GAF. I forgot what it is. Anyway, I know you spoke to him because I saw your contacts before. And I recognized, I said, oh, that's the same guy that Mad Radio DXer spoke to. The Australian guy. Yeah, he's a regular. I figure he's a regular. VK2 GAP, yeah. So I spoke to him. And, he's a very nice guy. Now, he wanted to talk. You can tell he's a chatter. He's a rag chew. So, yeah. So, anyway, I said, confirm the contact. I said, okay, cool. So, he confirmed it for me. And it's pretty cool. Then I spoke to someone from India. Arup. That's his name, Arup. He's from, I forgot what part of India. Anyway, in India. And then I spoke to someone from Japan. A Japanese guy spoke from Japan. It's pretty cool, So we're gonna talk soon. I want to set up a couple of things on this though. I want to learn how to do a private. I was watching a video today about to do the private, because in a way I don't want to talk like we talk in a talk group, because then everybody hears what we're talking about. That's the problem with a talk group. Everybody listens in. So I want to do a private. So I want to set up a private thing, and then we could talk. You know, I know we're gonna talk more than we're gonna talk probably every so often. So I want to have a private. I want to set up a private for that too. Private. It's gonna be like a private call. That's what they call it, private call. And it'll just be like me and you in a private talk group. That's it. Because I was watching a video this morning about it. How to the private. Yeah. On an open channel. Yeah, because I need to set up. I need to update my because right now I only have Talk Group 91 on it. I set that up a few weeks ago. I already had a setup for the Talk Group 91. I didn't even set up the Parrot, just a test. I didn't set that up. I'm gonna put other stuff in there. I'm just just getting familiar with it, because I read that, because the guy, even the Australian guy, posted on his page that, and I figured that Talk Group 91 kind of lost its luster. A lot of people use it as a CB channel because it is the most popular one. Talk Group 91, that's the most popular one. So of course you're gonna have everybody in there, and there was a couple of people there that were kind of like, okay, can you move on? Like, you hogging up the airwave. Yeah, come on. There was a guy from India that kept answering every other, like, he wanted like every contact there. Like, it's not a contest, bro. But yeah, yeah. So let me go back up here. Yeah, so like that, you see, like that radio I was talking about, HA's data. They reach out to me, and and their radios are good, and they're a good company. And it's also that they're a good company, and you know what? I respect that. I respect the fact that they went out of their way to contact me, and they stay in touch with me. I guess they have me on, they have a list of people that when they release something new, they send it out to, and that's fine. And I don't mind that, I mean, because it helps the channel. It's content to the channel. I mean, because there's so much you can talk about. And I want to make a video on something else that I looked into, and here it is. I received these batteries the other day. You're gonna notice something right away. What you notice about this battery? This is a 3,500 milliamp hour battery from Samsung. Samsung, right? What you notice about this battery? It's a flat top. So I'm gonna make a video on how to use this on any of my radios that needs a flat top. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's several ways you can do that. I'm going to make a video on how to do that and recommendations about it. Because if you buy this battery compared to this battery, because this one has a flat top, it's the same battery. It's just one is a flat top, one has a button top. This one is twice more expensive than the flat top, only because of that. It's ridiculous. 3,500 milliamp hour battery. I paid $3 a piece for these batteries. The button top of this battery is $10 for one battery. So for the price of 3 of these, it was like $3 or $11 in I forgot what it was. Anyway, $12. Let's round it up, $12. For the price of 3 of these, I mean, you know, basically, for the price of one button top, not this one, because it's just 2,000 milliamp. You can buy 3 of these. And I bought 4 of these. Now, I'm going to do the non-destructive way of converting this battery into this battery. When I mean by non-destructive, that means I can use it over and over. There is a destructive way of doing it, or a permanent way of doing it. And you can do that, and it'll work. Because I already tried it. It does work. And I'm going to show you. So if you want to save money, you can buy the flat top. But I'm going to show you a couple of things to do before you do this. But these are a lot cheaper. Flat top batteries are a lot. 18 flat top 18650 are 50% cheaper, or even 60% cheaper than the button top. And they work the same. They both work the same. I tried it on the D109, and I had this battery on the D109 for 4 days. 4 days. Lasted a long time. And I'm charging that one now, the one that finally, you know, as opposed to this one would have lasted only 2 days. 4 days. Big difference. A lot cheaper. So I'm going to make a video on that, and I'm going to show you what I did. So stay tuned for that. So that's why I'm saying that, you know, these are very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. I paid, like I said, I'm trying to see. If I go to the website. And hello, Walt, Coastal Waves and Wire. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the shout out the other day in your live stream. So, you know, because there's people that buy these in bulk. They're a lot cheaper. You just need to do a couple of things on it. You can do a permanent thing on it to turn this into this. And there's a couple of temporary things you could do on it too. I'm not doing the permanent route because I want to save these batteries for also if I have a radio that needs a flat top. Okay, hold on. What's with the focus? Okay. Because there are some radios that can use the flat top, like the Midland radios, the ER210, they do have flat top. And there's flashlights that use flat top. So that's why, you know, because the Samsung button top like this is sold out. You can't buy them anywhere. They sold out. And they're going for like $10 or more a piece. This one is like $3 and change. Same thing, 3,500 milliamp hour. And you need to do a couple of little things. I'm going to make the video today or tomorrow, and then you'll see the video. And easy peasy. There's only a couple of caveats about it that you need to be aware about it. My thing that I would do. But they work fine. I tested it. They work fine. So you got to stay tuned for that. And let me go back up here. So I got 4 of these. See, they came in 2 in each pack. So I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. The one is charging. And I got the charger. All that I paid $26. So go back up here. Yeah. Yeah, James Farley, they should be a Danny hits it out the park stamp of approval. Maybe Danny needs to whisper 2000. I don't know. I think I know what's going on. Okay, it's a 90.9 WHYY Philadelphia. I heard that. I heard the repeat. Okay, in 90.3 WNJZ Cape May Courthouse. Yeah, that's the one that I heard that one the other day. Michael heard that one the other day. The Cape May one he picked up. But I think the one I was picking up last night was the same one, the Philly one. But he picked up Iowa Public Radio 90.9. I was hoping to get that one, but I couldn't make a. The problem is that when it got to the top of the hour, it faded out completely. Not even a little bit, faded out completely. And then I was getting a local pirate, because I get a pirate at 90.9 too. In the Bronx, I get a pirate. It's a religious, it's a church. I guess they, religious station, Jamaican. I hear a Jamaican accent, and they're playing Christian music. And when he talks, he's talking about Bronx, like restaurant and all that. So I know it's a pirate station from the Bronx or Brooklyn. Excuse me. Yeah, Bronx and Brooklyn ads. So it's a pirate. So that one was fading in and out because that one comes in strong sometimes. 90.9. I get a pirate. FM pirate. James Valley, I always appreciate the time that you spend time with us. Thank you. I appreciate it that you appreciate it. Keegan, I also heard 90.9 WBUR Boston via Cape Cod repeater, 89.1 WBUH Brewster, Massachusetts. Capture ratio is very important on yeah, I know. But sometimes I just, after a while I say, I'm done. I'm not going to say it for 3 or 4 hours. I just can't do that. And then right after that's when I went on the talk group. And I started talking to the guy in Australia. Oh my God. And he didn't want to let me go. He didn't want to let me go. Yeah. King of Nation 90.9 here locally is KLRC. I don't know, Tahlequah, Oklahoma, Christian AC format. Okay. Sometimes vertical angle is important. Yeah, I know. I'm going to put them up higher too. Because I'm going to go up there and probably before the weekend. I'm going to take down the 2 Clearstream TV antenna. I'm going to put the RCA one, the one I'm getting tomorrow. I'm going to put the RCA one there. And then I'm going to take down the MFJ 1886 loop. I'm going to take that one down because I had the other one already out there. Going to retire that one for now. Then I'm going to put the 2 FM antennas higher on that pole. And then we'll see. We'll see. There should be a noticeable difference. Yeah. Let me go back down here. So. No, don't. You don't need to modify the radio. Do not modify the radio. You don't need to do that. I don't want to give it away right now because it's. But yeah, because I mentioned that you could Dremel the. No, you don't want to do that. Plus you can't do that because that's too. You need to add this. It's very simple, sir. Some people mentioned it last time. There's a couple of things you can do. Yeah, do not modify the radio just to put the flat top. You don't need to do that. Like I said, there's a non-destructive way of doing it, a temporary way, and then there's a permanent way of doing it. The permanent way is tricky because you got to be careful, and because they use these batteries a lot for when they want to build like a 12 volt. They have like metal strips you can solder and all that on them. I'm not going to be doing all that. That's not the purpose of this video I'm going to make. This video is only for people that have a single radio with a single battery, and you don't have to break the bank to get the button top equivalent of this one. So 35 milliamp hour. The equivalent of this one as a button top is over $10. This one is $3. That's a big difference. Okay, $3. I'm gonna show you the website and everything. Very cheap. And this is Samsung. This is not no cheap brand. This is Samsung. Okay, you can see that it's Samsung. You can make it out right there in the blur or whatever. Samsung. Okay. All right, no justice there whatsoever. Anyway, believe me, Samsung. So yeah, you don't have to modify the radio. Okay, there is a couple of things that you need to be aware of before you use them, and I'm gonna point it out to you. I'm gonna make it clear because there's gonna be a warning on that. There's gonna be a warning on that. Okay, there's gonna be a warning on it, and they're gonna show you a couple of things that you should do when you want to charge it, when you want to use it, but it'll work. It's gonna work because I tested it. It works. It's just a couple little things you have to know. But in other words, you don't have to break the bank to get the button top. You don't have to. And I'm gonna put all the links to that. I'm gonna put the link to the charger and all that. Simple charger. Because I wanted to test it out before I wanted to, I put my one of my radios at risk. One of my radios became a guinea pig. So if that radio would have got cooked or whatever, I don't care. And it worked very well. And I didn't even drain out the whole battery. It was 4 days in, and it still didn't run out of juice. I used one radio for 4 days on one of these. Okay, and it worked fine, and it was still working. And I said, you know what? Let me finally charge it up because I want to make a video and I want the battery to be fully charged. But yeah, because originally I was going to return them. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try this experiment and see if it works. And yeah. Yeah, so those are not underwear, people. Those are socks. Those are socks. Hanging socks, people. Get your mind out the... Yeah. And James Farley, did your house ever have an underground pantry or cold chute? No. No, I haven't. Not a cold chute or anything like that, no. Mad Radio DXer, yeah, he is a regular VK2 JP, yeah. Alfred, forgot his. Anyway, you go my QRZ, you see it. You see the contact. So yeah, so this is easy to set up. This thing is so easy to set up. Mad Radio DXer. And OLED, you see the call sign there and all that. And I used the 1801 because I already had this set up already. So once I put the frequency in here, the frequency that I want to use, boom, frequency on that, connected, no problem. And I had the Brandmeister, account already. Of course, setup on this is very easy. There's a couple of videos I'm going to recommend for this. The guy explained it very well. So this, what you do is when you hook this up, of course you got to power it up with a USB, power it up. You set up the network for this first with Windows. Very easy. I may do a video on this myself just to do the setup. And then once you got the networking set up, then you go into the admin of this through the browser and you set up the Wi-Fi for this and all the stuff, the Brandmeister lock, whatever, all that stuff. That's it. If you're gonna do Brandmeister, which mode? If this one can do D star, DMR, D star, the System Fusion. It can do a couple of other things too. This one can do a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of digital. So you got to, of course, D star. You switch it on, and that it's easy. It's so easy to set up. No. And you see it right there. As soon as you go in there and you key up, that's it. You see them all. You can just I was there listening to them. And then I finally said, okay, let me go in there and talk. And it's so easy. It was a lot easier. Everybody commenting on the stocks now. Yeah, so I'm going to try to be on later. And then, yeah, talk group 91. Yeah. I have to look at that because I was watching a video this morning about it. To do a private call. And you can even send an alert. Like, for example, like if you're on, you have to be on within an hour. And I can just send you an alert. And you know, because once I know your number, and that's it, that's the only thing I can just put you as a contact with. I can send you an alert and boom. Okay, I'm on, you know that, you know, I'm on to it, and then we could. So that's more of the other functions I need to start learning. I just got this connected, and that's it. I was like off and running. So now I want to do all the other stuff, the private stuff and all that. Private call. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he's a regular. I know. He just didn't want to stop talking. I was like, okay, 73. You know. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, Mad Radio DXer. If you want still on later, we can try to QSO on TG91, but we have our own TG away from an open channel. Okay. Mad Radio DXer. I was also looking at All-Star for FM hotspots, but it looks like cumbersome to set up compared to DMR. I may try though. Very happy with, yeah. Yeah, but this one is very, and a lot of people use this one. Every other person I was talking in there was, yeah, I got it hooked up with my Pi Star. But that's what they call this one, the Pi Star. Yeah, I'm hooked up with the Pi Star, hotspot, and every other person there was, you know. Plus, I saw a couple of Amazon reviews on this one. One of them is somebody that I made contact with before on FT8 and all that. I recognize the call sign right away. This is a guy from Texas. I recognize the call sign. So he said that this one is so easy to set up. I think he was the one that convinced me to finally get this one. And it is. When I tell you it's easy, even a dummy like me can set this one up. It's easy. It's really easy. This is the video that I watched. Oh my God, it's so easy. You know, I was like, wow, off and running. And so it's Orange Pi 0 computer in there. You see a little SD card. And that's the OS right there, the OS. It's the SD card. Of course, one is for the power. One is if you want to put a keyboard on it. And of course, one HDMI for the monitor if you want to put on the screen. You can, so there's an Orange Pi 0 in here. Orange Pi 0. Okay. So you could, this is look at what you have on your laptop with the blue DV and your other Baofeng. This is all in one right here. And I have it right here. I put it right there on my desktop. I had it right there, and pretty cool. And it's, you know, like I said, it's on sale. AliExpress has it for $57 and change last time I checked. It's pretty good. Pretty good deal. So yeah. So James Farley, no, I wouldn't recommend modifying the radio. It's not the way I'm gonna explain to you is gonna be like, oh my God, it's so. Put it this way, I'm not buying another flat top body again. This is the yellow ones. Those are the last ones I'm buying flat top. The rest of them, They're cheaper. They're a lot cheaper. And if I need to use them on, I just got to do a couple of things. That's it. It's so easy. It's a joke. But you know, but there is some things you need to know about it when you're charging. The main thing is, you know, I'm kind of throwing hints out there, but a lot of it has to do with charging, and also certain radios that do charge. You have to be careful with, and also stacking. Like for example, if you know, if you're gonna have more than one, like if your radio or your flashlight has more than one, and they're gonna stack them like this, then that's another thing you have to take into account. There's something else you have to, you know, be careful with. But other than that, you know, for most radios that I have, I only have a single one. This method is 100% works, and it's just a couple of things you need to be aware. I'm gonna make that video. I was gonna make it this morning, but I was so tired from you know, a couple other things, because I was trying to listen to stations, and of course I was on this talk group. So let me see. And now first thing in the morning, I'll make that video, and then I'll be out tomorrow for the okay, your DMR ID is okay. Yeah, I'm in the 310 now. We're over 300,000 now. 300,000. Because mine is what, 310? What's that? Let me see what the number is up there right now. 320. Yeah, I'm gonna, let me give you my number. Oh my God. Let me copy and paste. Okay, hold up, bro. Copy. Okay. So this is my number. 320. Man, so wow, I got 235 to 320. That's not, wow. It was over 300,000 or something. They have radios that can go up to 500,000 contacts. I was watching reviews on it this morning. Up to 500, future proof. 500,000 contacts. Yeah, I downloaded it too. I'm still gonna try that one anyway. Mad Radio DXer. I got the Windows 10 that link, and I downloaded it. I have it saved on this hard drive. I need to put it on a bootable flash or put on a CD or whatever. Put it here. I have it. I downloaded it. Thank you. Keegan DXer, Iowa Public Radio on 90.9 is, yeah, that's the one that he picked up. He picked that one up last night, I believe. KUNI, Cedar Falls, Iowa. That's the one he picked up. That's the one I was trying to pick up. Because as soon as I saw that video, I said, let me go on 90.9. And that's the thing. I was hearing public radio. But I didn't, I couldn't make out if it was Iowa Public Radio or the one in Philly. Because they're both public radio, and it was well after midnight, so they're already playing BBC World Service. I believe it was 1 in the morning. So I'm thinking, okay, it was 1 in the morning. So Central Time in Iowa is midnight. So I'm thinking that might be Iowa still. So, but at the top of the hour, it faded out completely. And then it kind of came back a little bit. And then it was never the same. But for an hour, it was very strong, but not to the point where it invoked the RDS. It never got that high. It got up to like 114K for a split second. And then I think one time it popped up to 200 and it went back down to 70, 56. That's the lowest one. I think it was 70 something, whatever. It never got high. I never got above 72 or whatever. It was just, so I couldn't invoke the RDS light. Because how would I got the Iowa call sign or the state At least I would have got something on it. I would have been, okay, confirmed. Because I was recording it. But I never got any of that. So I'm assuming it's probably the Philly one. But I couldn't confirm that one either. So I couldn't confirm either one. All I know is they had both the same format. And that was it. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it. So I have my transmitter right there, the AM one, still right there. It's right there. That's a Talking House AM transmitter right there. But I have so many things, and plus I would like to hook that up to, and I'm thinking about Raspberry Pi. Just use that as my. Because the problem is right now with the energy cost the way it is, I don't want to have a computer running 24/7 on a station that I don't really, you know what I mean? It's like, because energy is high here, and right now I'm running AC here and it's hot, and our bill is ridiculous lately. It's been crazy. So, yeah, I know Keegan, you have the same one. It's just right now utility cost is through the roof now. So maybe if I can do some kind of solar setup just for that equipment right there. Because even the servers, these things, I can't have these things running 24/7. Even for a couple of hours, these things will hog up, 750 watts power supply, and it has two of them. 750 watts. They're energy hogs. Yeah, no, tomorrow. Tesla's coming tomorrow. I'm showing it right here, actually. It's So this is the problem with it. This one's an open box. This is the price he was selling it for, so he made me an offer for 44. So I took the offer. So the only issue is it's an open box and it has a little chip right there that says J-pole, but I don't care about the J-pole. I'm not going to use the J-pole anyway. So it's in the box. It's this one right here. And there is a mod for this element here to make it into a low VHF, but I don't think I'm gonna need that, because I know people say you lower your VHF, it doesn't come with it. But I'm close enough that it will still pick it up. I don't need the long. If I want to make the mod, I can make the mod. There is a mod for that. I saw it on the forum. If you want to, basically what you have to do is you got to extend that back element. That's a high VHF. You have to extend that into like I forgot the measurement. I think it's, I want to say total. I don't want to say if it's 48 inches. That's 4 feet. That's wide. That's very wide. Yeah, that's pretty wide. 4 feet. But I don't think I'm gonna do that, because I had a similar one to that one years ago before I bought these, and that one worked pretty good, except that the one that I had broken elements. It was damaged. And this one is not damaged. This one is gonna be basically almost brand new. It's just open box. So I think it should work fine. And also, if I have to, I'll get a rotator. I'll put that single one on a rotator, and I think that should be it. Because I'm not far away from the transmitters. I'm about 15, 16 miles away from most of them. It's just that I have a couple of hills. 2-edge. They call it 2-edge here. So, and that antenna can still pull in 2-edge. Low. It should be even the low VHF. This one did it, And it's not even directional. This is directional. So this one should be able to do it. It's just, because I also read that they're phasing them out. Like, there's not too many low VHF stations left. I know Philly has a couple of them, or one or two of them. And I know we have, I forgot which one we have. You know which one it is, Tassel. But I heard over time they're phasing them out. They're moving them up to either high VHF or even the UHF. So I'm not gonna break my head over that. I may instead of doing a combiner, I may just use a switcher. I may just have this antenna for everything else, and maybe for that 1 channel, 2 channel, maybe, I don't know, get a second one, point it slightly different, or get a low VHF dedicated, which I don't really want to do. And what I'll do is I'll just switch it here, switch it. Instead of combining it, because problem with combining is the multipath issue. Just switch, but I don't know if you want to do that, to be honest. I don't even want to do that, because I'm trying to not have too many of them there for that anymore. Because I know the ones that I had before that was similar to that one, it worked. But that was a long time ago. That was when I first moved here around 14 years ago. And it did pretty good. Even on the back end, I was getting Poughkeepsie stations. The television stations up there, I was getting them. Port Jervis. I know I picked up Port Jervis, which is up there. Port Jervis. So I was picking up, even on the back end, I was picking up stations. And I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try FM on that antenna too. I'm gonna try it out. Yeah, I did pick up 55. I picked that one up before. I picked it up with the clear streams, But definitely this, I picked up 55. I picked up the WJLP on RF channel 3. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I picked up 55. And that's why I think this one is gonna pick it up off the, Yeah, I picked that up before. But the problem with that one is kind of out of the, I remember, because that one is in yeah, 55. I remember picking up some. And then I picked up I'm trying to remember the other one I picked up. I know it was New Jersey. I'm trying to remember which one. Yeah, I'm telling you, I take it around with that thing. I had one antenna this way, and I picked up Riverhead. Yeah, Riverhead, New York. Yeah, that's Long Island. Riverhead. Yeah. Let me see what time it is. 6:25. Okay. 2 hours and 22 minutes in the book. 10 people watching. 14 likes. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Yeah. So I got the open box because that antenna normally is about $70. $70-ish, whatever. On this one was an open box. So I put this one on the watch list. So then 2 days later, he sent me this offer. Because I had another guy, he's sending me an offer, but that one was $50. But when he sent me the offer, this one for $44, I was going to counter it, but I said, nah, I'm not going to counter it for a couple. I said, I'll take it. Because I know it was going to go. This one was going to go. But somebody's going to pick this one up. It's just open box, and it got a little nick on the pole, the J pole, which I don't care about. Because I'm not going to use that J pole. I'm going to use the ones that are already up there. For now, I'm going to use the ones that are up there. But I may put that one on a taller pole later on. So, I didn't need a little nick on the pole. I don't care about that. So, that one's coming tomorrow. It'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, Mad Radio DXer. Yeah, so I got the Windows 10. My DMR radio ID. Okay, so I noted. I got that noted. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take them down because I want to clean them up first of all. But I want to take it down because I want to try this one by itself and see what this one can do. And then we'll see. We'll see. Because I may just, if I go with both, I may take the clear stream and put that one up higher. Put the VHF element on that one, and then use this one. This one I want pointed to New York City. Boom. The clear stream, I kind of offset it, and I say, like, yeah, I gotta play around with this type of experiment. But the clear stream 2 is gonna be retired. I'll just leave the clear stream 4, but I'll switch the VHF element on that one. Because that one has a snap-on VHF element. Yeah, when you buy the clear stream, they come with it now. But back then, when you bought the clear stream, they didn't have that VHF element. They sold that separately as a kit. So what you do is that one, you have to snap it on, and it has a wire that connects through. It goes to your clear stream antenna, and then the other one goes out to your receiver. So that little element was $20. That VHF element. And that's not even that long. It's like high VHF. It's not going to be low VHF. And there was a difference when I had the clear stream without it. It was a difference. It did make a difference. But and then even this one has a mod. The RC, there's a mod for this one. If I want to go low VHF on this one, there is a mod. But I don't think I want to do that because I think it'll be fine. You know? Yeah. And Tassel says, CB's affiliate. Well, because a lot of people have trouble picking that one up here. I will need to point that antenna toward Long Island. Yeah. What kind of antenna are you using? You have like an indoor antenna or what? I don't understand what you have. Oh, yeah, I think you told me. You have indoor antennas, right? Yeah, there's a big difference. That's another thing. When you have indoor antenna and outdoor antenna, there is a huge difference. But of course, you're a lot closer to New York City than I am. Plus, you know, see, when I first moved here, I thought that you just put up an antenna and that was it. But it doesn't work that way. When I first moved here, I bought the flat antenna. Had on the window. Maybe 10 channels, or whatever. It might have said 15, but you're not gonna see all 15. It was maybe like 10 of them. You could probably see a little bit. And out of the 10, maybe 7 of them were okay. Yeah, I know. And then my first outdoor antenna was that one. When I went back to my old house, they still had that antenna on the roof, and because the house was, still, even though I wasn't living there no more, my brother was still living there. So I asked my brother, no, he said, I'll take it. I'm not using it. So I took that one. And I brought it here and I tried that one out, and that one worked okay. But that one that I brought was broken. It was missing a couple of elements. It was broken. And it did okay. It did, And then I just threw it out. Even though I could have tried to fix it, but I just threw it out. And it wasn't really this one. I think it was like a smaller version of this one. It wasn't that big. So I know when you get the signal, it's good. It is good when you get the signal. So You know, the rotor is nice to get, but the problem is the rotor, they're not cheap. Rotors are not cheap, especially if you want to get a decent rotor. Because the rotor, I know the rotors, so the RCA rotor that I saw, I went on eBay, they're over $100 now. $125 I've seen rotors. I could check, but I could check. Yeah, see? RCA, $123. It's expensive. It's not cheap. The RCA one. Model number VH227. I'll show you right here. Look. Comes with a little box. That one right there. Comes with a little box. Has a remote. That's the RCA one. Another the one I didn't look at that one. I'm not buying no cheap used stuff. Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I'm looking at. 123, 120. For that rotor. Let me see. Yeah, 123. That's the only one I see. 123. This is an old Archer rotor. Yeah, I'm not buying that. It's old. I'm not buying a used rotor because it's gonna go. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need it, but you know, I really don't want to get it. But I'm curious in a way to get it, only because I want to be able to sometimes point it. That's what I'm thinking. I might take one of those clear streets, just point it the other direction completely, and then, you know, yeah. Yeah, expensive. Yeah, expensive. This is Archer rotor. That's Archer is I think that's Radio Shack, right? I remember. See, I seen a few of these. But yeah, I'm not spending that for old one. That's old. Yeah, not gonna happen. I'd rather just do it. I'd rather just do what you said. Take the clear stream, point it at another market, and you know, because this one, the RCA is going to. I'm putting in New York City. I want to get all the major ones, all the ones, the local ones. I want to get them strong, because I hit and miss on that, you know. So I want to get them all. Boom, 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 boom. The clear stream, I'll point that at another market, and if I get something there, it's a bonus. That's it. Bonus. You know. Exactly. Well, I could get that 6,000 mile antenna and be good. 6,000 miles, baby. I could get that 6,000 mile antenna, baby. Well, I could take this one and point it the other way, baby. Oh my God. Like a machine gun, baby, like a laser. Starship Troopers. A bug planet. Here, an ugly bug. Start bug shooting. A bug planet. I'm gonna shoot bugs with that one. Oh my God. Yeah, I know it's a pain, but no, I was gonna try that one too. That one I tried it over here a few years ago. It was not that bad. But that one, the problem with that one is that you need to get. I don't have a pole that fits in that. It's very narrow. The pole that fits in there. I don't have a pole. I mean, I think I have one. Let me see if I have. I think I have one, right? Oh, it's in the backyard. Oh, never mind. Let me check. And then I have to get a PVC there. And that one is a rotor and everything on one, but. Yeah, that one is outside. Yeah, that pole is outside. It's over there. I know where the pole is at. By the grill. I left it out there because I was going to use it for something. Because that one, I don't have a pole that narrow. So I'm getting an idea now. Anyway. But I'm going to take down the... So tomorrow I get that antenna. So tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Weather permitting. Friday. I'm going to go up there. Take down the MFJ. I got a whole bunch of things to do. So I have to take down the MFJ. So for that one, I need a rope. Because that one I can't carry down. Because going down the steps with that one, going down the ladder with the MFJ, and I can't do it. So the MFJ I have to bring it down with a rope. So I have to take rope up there. I'm going to take the MFJ out, retire it. Like a flag ceremony. Got to take down the MFJ. Thank you for the years of service, MFJ. We're gonna retire you for now. I have the other MFJ out there now, so I'm gonna retire that one. I'm gonna put it in the garage. I'm gonna clean it, put it in the garage. Yeah, I've been up there for 7 years so far. Almost 7 years. So I'm gonna retire that one. Then I'm gonna take the FM loop. I'm gonna put it all the way at the top of that pole. Either I use that pole or I'm gonna bring another pole, a taller one. I'm gonna put the FM loop all the way to the top. That's gonna make a big difference. The FM loop is gonna really be all the way to the top. Also, the Yagi is gonna go higher, and then the Yagi I'm gonna point it straight north. That little Yagi is gonna go straight north, true north for FM. And I want to see what that Yagi can do because that Yagi is weird. I'm getting Poughkeepsie on the back end with that little Yagi. Poughkeepsie is 50 miles away. 50 miles. I'm getting the Yagi, and it's pointing toward Long Island. That little Yagi is pointing toward Long Island, Queens and Long Island. It's not even pointing toward New York City. It's pointing like Queens and Long Island. It's pointing like that. And I'm getting Poughkeepsie like bam. So I can imagine that Yagi all the way up there up in the clear, pointing true north. You know, I heard Kingston, New York. I heard a station in Ellenville, New York. That's like 70 miles. Ellenville's about 70 miles, I believe. I think Ellenville. Is it 70 miles? I know I heard Ellenville the other day. Ellenville with that Yagi on the back end. It's weird. That little $10 is what it used to be $7. I think I brought up the price of that one. By the way, they have that one on Amazon too. I think it's like $13 on Amazon. And you get it with the coax. I never used the coax. They give you like 25 feet of coax or something. I forgot to get. They give you like cheap coax. Just put the MFJ on the underwood stand. No, I'm not putting the MFJ here. I'm not hanging close on the MFJ. And I'm going to disrespect my MFJ like that. Oh my God. With the help of F propagation, better off using a pretzel. I know. No, surprisingly, it did good. When I had it here, it did good. But the problem is it has this cheap look. It has this cheap box. This is the box. This is the box that comes with that antenna that Tyler tells you not to buy. So there's the control right here to rotate. That's it. So you got see, one goes to, let me see what it is. Yeah, see, TV and antenna. So this is the amp. Yeah. So this goes, and there's a little remote too. I think it's, yeah, this is the remote. No, it's not the remote. Is this the remote? I think it's the remote. Anyway. You know how much I paid for that? You know how much I paid for this antenna? $20. It was like $19.99. It was on sale. I bought it for like $20. I had it up there for one summer in the back, and it did okay. I had the 55-inch on the second floor, and I had this hooked up to it. It did okay. I mean, it wasn't like, it wasn't, I mean, when I built it, it did okay. But, but, I have well, no, I don't got donuts. There's only a couple of empty cans in there. No, I had donuts yesterday. I had Boston cream. My son likes the chocolate with the frosted. I mean, chocolate with the sprinkles. No, there's a couple of empty cans in there right now. Beverage cans. Yeah. Yeah, I had chocolate frosted ones today, and I got the raspberry frosted one. Okay, for my nephew. No, we had that yesterday. And my wife bought them. She picked it up for us. So it was like, a box of donuts. No, I love Krispy Kreme. I think Krispy Kreme is, especially the glaze. That's my favorite. The glazed donut is my favorite. Because I'm a glazed donut guy. Chocolate, I'm not into chocolate donuts so much. There's a place in Mamaroneck that I go to. I'm trying to remember the name of the. There's a place that makes. I wish my wife bought it from there. There's a place that makes all these custom flavors. Like they have like the Halloween flavors and all that. I can't remember the place. Let me see. Let me look it up over here. Mamaroneck. I forget how to pronounce Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck, okay. So let me go here. Let me put donut. Oh my God. Oh, Duck Donuts. You ever heard of Duck Donuts? Oh my God, they make like the most unique donuts. They have like donuts with bacon. With bacon. Yeah, let me see if I have the website. Bacon, yeah. Let me see if I have a website. No, website. Is it Mamaroneck? Anyway, here's a place. Duck Donuts. You see, they got some like that. They got some crazy flavors. Let me see. Hold on. And if you go to their website, when you go to their, when you go see, they got bacon, caramel. Look at the ones they have there: chocolate caramel, blueberry pancake, cinnamon bun flavor, bacon in the sun, cookies and cream, maple. Oh, that one is good. Maple bacon. Oh, that one is good. I had that one. Oh, that's the one. That's the bomb. Maple bacon, bro. Yeah, that maple bacon is the bomb. Oh my God. And they make other ones like for the Halloween. They make some other ones. Those are like the basic ones, but they make other ones. And oh my God, they make them there. They're not like bringing them from another. They're fresh. They make them there. They're very good. These donuts. Oh my God. The maple bacon. I love bacon. Anything with bacon, I go nuts. Bacon. How can you not like bacon? Bacon. So that oh my God, that maple bacon is that one. Look at it up close. So yeah, Duck Donuts is very good. And the theme is, duck, like rubber duckies. So when you go in there, they have all the rubber duckies and all that. And they even sell the little rubber duckies. That's their theme, is the duck. Location. Let me see the locations. So let me see. So there's one in Queens, Tassel, right here. Go to the website. There's a few locations. See, they have one that says Duck Donuts, Fresh Meadows, Queens, New York. There's one in Queens. This is the one I go to, Mamaroneck. White Plains. There's one in White Paramus. Yeah. Clark, New Jersey, Middleton, New Jersey, Whippany, Old Bridge. There you go, Old Bridge. Old Bridge, right there. New Jersey. Yeah, there's a few of them. So I thought it was just only a couple of them, but they're all over. So that's the one in the city. Sorry. So they go to that website for the Queens one. So this is the East Meadow. Okay, East Meadow. And that's the hours right there. Oh, that's Hempstead. Hempstead Turnpike. That's not the Queens one. That's the East Meadow. Anyway, And they have other stuff. They have sandwiches and all that. It's very, I like it. It's especially when you want to take your kids there. It's a kid-friendly place too. It's very. I like the theme. It has ducks and all that, rubber duckies and all that, and it's good for kids. You have grandkids or whatever, or nephews or nieces. Take them there. It's a nice, it's a nice place. So see, you get food reviews here, people. They have ice cream. They have ice cream there too. And they have all these ice creams. They have the espresso and all that. They have sandwiches. See the sandwiches? Like, breakfast sandwich with the bacon and all that, whatever. And like the ice cream. I had the ice cream. Yeah, ice cream is pretty good. So these are the ice creams they have there. They have milkshakes. The patriotic milkshake. That's for July 4th. Maple bacon milkshake. Right there, look at the bacon. That's the milkshake for the bacon. Maple bacon milkshake. There, right there, look. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God. Maple bacon milkshake. Who doesn't like bacon? How can you like maple syrup and bacon? You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with maple syrup and bacon. Salted caramel donut sundae. Salted caramel. Who doesn't like salted caramel? Remind me of the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Yeah, so you have one in Queens and you have one in Old Bridge. So you got to check it out. Doug Donuts. Yeah, we need to go back there. I'm going to tell my wife when we come home tonight. I think tomorrow she's off. We're going to go there. Yeah, we got to go there tomorrow. That's it. Doug Donuts. Yeah. So you get heartburn if you eat donuts? Well, I didn't know that, Mad Radio DXer. I used to have a lot of bacon as well. I don't know. I still love bacon. I love bacon. Okay, yeah. So you're like, I guess you're like lactose intolerant or something. Yeah, I know some people. I can't have too many, but there's some donuts I do like. Like I'm not a big chocolate person. That's my wife and my son. They're both into chocolate, everything. I'm not into chocolates. That's one thing I'm not into chocolate as much. Yeah. King and DXer, I heard Buffalo, Oswego, New York City, Rochester, Rockport, Albany, Corning, Canton, all by Eastgate. Okay. Yeah, James Farley. So there's one of those stores that just opened. Okay, so there you go. Old Bridge. You just saw it. So you go to their website, DougDonuts.com. So DougDonuts.com, and they have the locations there. Yeah. Mad Radio DXer is yuck. Yeah. Yeah. Open up a Danny food channel. Yeah, I thought about that. I actually thought about that. Some people actually do that on their radio channel. I seen people put a little cooking. There was this one guy I used to. I subbed to him for a while, but then I guess he didn't know any better. I don't know. He would post GoFundMe pay GoFundMe links on my comments on my videos, and I was like, nah, you can't do that. Don't do that, bro. And I finally had to block him for a while. But he's been unblocked for a long time. He has his own radio channel. He's like but at the time I didn't know he has some issues. I know he has eyesight issues and all that, and some other issues. But he's okay. It's just that at the time when I first started my channel, he would post like, "Oh, I need money for this antenna or whatever." And he would put the GoFundMe link in the comments. I want on my videos, and I don't want that. I said, don't be putting that stuff on my, because I don't let everybody comment. No, I let people comment, but don't start promoting your own stuff in your comments. On my channel comments, especially a GoFundMe page. It was ridiculous, and it was only like to raise money to buy an antenna. I'm like, you gotta open up a GoFundMe just for that, because if you would open GoFundMe for serious stuff, like for example, funeral costs, cancer treatment, that type of thing, not to buy an antenna. So, I don't know, kind of juvenile, I don't know. So I just said, you know what? Block the comment, and I'm blocking you off my channel from commenting. And that's what I did for a while, for a few years. Because I was like, don't put this stuff on my pages. Yeah. We need a Cooking with Danny show. Yeah. Problem is my kitchen is a mess. My wife is still complaining that I haven't, which I haven't fully remodeled the kitchen yet. I still have to do one more corner, and that's the hardest part. But my Achilles heel is plumbing, and so I can fix the plumbing there and put a proper, Anyway, this is what happens when you have a 100-year-old house. A lot of stuff breaks down. Oh, thank you for the super chat, James Farley. Get a couple of donuts. Yeah, I'm gonna see tomorrow. I think she's off tomorrow, so I think we're gonna take a trip because my son is gonna want it. He's gonna like it. But my son loves it there. So I usually get the bacon. I usually get for myself the bacon one, but they have not only those donuts, but they have other ones for holidays. Like for Halloween, they have some Halloween ones, different Halloween ones. And then, like, for example, for Christmas, they have Christmas themed ones. So not only these donuts, they have other ones for depending on the holiday, they have different ones. They have a lot. I'm telling you, it's to me, this is the best donuts. No, they're the best. And then it's Krispy Kreme. But I like it, because that bacon one is no joke. Oh my God. You gotta try that maple bacon. You gotta try it. And the cinnamon, there's a cinnamon one. It's called cinnamon bun, but it's a donut. And that one is good too. I like that one. The blueberry pancake one is pretty good too. I like that one. That one is pretty good too. But and it has some other ones. But when we went, it was around Halloween, and they had Halloween themed donuts. Like they had one with pumpkin, and I forgot what else it was. It was pumpkin and something. It was like a pumpkin pie type donut, but it was really good. Like if you love pumpkin pie, oh my God, this donut was. It was kind of like a pumpkin spice, maybe something like that. It was really good. Oh my God. Oh my, it was good. It was really good. I was like, wow. Talking about shaking bacon, yeah. Don't like bacon, yeah. Yeah, they don't. You guys, and they don't eat much bacon in the UK, right? I know over here in the United States, I start thinking bacon in the morning breakfast. In Canada, they have Canadian bacon, which is slightly different. It's like it looks like a ham, it looks like a slice of round ham. Canadian bacon. Like we have pork bacon, and it's smoked. It's usually smoked, and oh, okay, they have bacon there. Yeah. As I was listening to that, I was gonna ask you about that the other day because when I heard that ad, Hog Wild Barbecue on the Connecticut station, I was like, when you guys grill in England? Like over here, we grill steaks, we grill hot dogs, hamburgers, yeah, hot dogs. Tradition, American grill usually is either steak or burgers or hot dogs or okay, chicken, ribs, like ribs, beef ribs, pork ribs. Yeah, we don't do a lot of that shish kebab here. Although I did it last, not this past, last year I did that. Beef, and then we put beef, pepper, onion, and tomato, and then the kebab like that kebab, and then also chicken kebab. We also did shrimp ones, and then we did tofu for my wife. My wife is a vegetarian, so for her it was tofu, chopped, cubes of tofu. For my wife, she had tofu, tofu kebabs, and then Slovaki, what's that? So why is it so? Like gyro, you talking about like gyro, right? Like gyro meat. Because in Indian food, they have kebabs too, but it's not the kebabs that we used to. Indian food does that with the chicken. They take the chicken, but it's like a long cylinder of chicken meat. Yeah, it is white meat. It is white meat. The chicken meat I'm talking about is okay. Gyro is something else. Okay. So yeah, so pork. Yeah, pork. Okay, pork is a shish kebab. Okay, but we also have pork cube. Pernile totone kebab. No, we have a salami. I salami with totones. It's a salami, but it comes in a stick. You cut thick piece of salami, and you just put it in a skillet. This thick piece of salami with totone, and we also use queso de freír. Queso de freír is a white cheese. It's a cheese that you fry. You can fry the cheese. It's a white cheese. You cut a nice thick slice of white cheese. And the garlic dip. Yeah, you can't forget the minced garlic. It's minced garlic with olive oil. We call it ajo molido. We just say ajo. Give us some ajo. Yes, salchichon. But it's not salchichon. Salchichon is a thicker salami. Salchichon is more thinner. They use that in soup. It's kind of like that. Because I know you're talking about, there's another salchichon that's really thinner. It's actually harder. It's thinner. They use that one in soup. And it's more, I know what you're talking about, but the one I'm talking about is softer, is thicker, and I want to bring it down. And that one you can fry it. It's easy to cook. Because we get confused with that. Is that when they say chachichong, there's another one that's really, it's darker. It's darker. And it's more smoky flavor, more spicy. And it's hard. It's hard to cut. It's very, but we use that one for soup. Like my mother she used to make soup. She would throw that in the soup. And it's actually good with the soup. Or even if you chop it up into small bits, you put it in the rice. Like a yellow rice or something. The food portion of the live stream. 3 hours and 5 minutes in the books. 9 people watching, 14 likes. Thank you for watching. And let me see the 7:08 p.m. here in Yonkers, New York. And right now it's 83 degrees Fahrenheit and windy. I'm gonna plug in. Let me plug in the. I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna let it boot up. So it's booting up now. Let's see. Now try it. It's booting up. It takes a couple of minutes to boot up. It takes a couple of minutes. It's like a few minutes. And then once I connect to the radio, that's it. I'm off and running. See, you can see the display. Focus in there. It's like a screensaver thing. So now it's connected, but I have to wait a couple of more minutes. Let me put it right here. Let me put it like that. I don't want it to fall. Okay, let me go check the network for that. I have to see it on my network. Yeah, it takes a few minutes. It takes a few minutes here. Let's see. I'm going to open it on this side. Let me see. All right, it's connected. Let me see. Let me scroll down. Actually, let me get out the Zoom. We're not Zoom 100. Okay, let me see. Let me go to configuration. Sign in. Once I see the status, then. So right now, you see, I have to it says I'm using an outdated one, but it works fine. But I am going to update it. This is the interface, Mad Radio DXer. Not the dashboard, the configuration part. So I got to go down here. So right now, you see, it's up. The interface is up. Blah, 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 blah. So there you go. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's how you set it up. Blah, 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 blah. And then this is the dashboard. So right now, no, I haven't turned on my radio there. The minute I turn on my radio and I key up, you'll see the activity going on here. And I have my radio set up to talk group 91. So right now, what I'm gonna do is let me put this radio away. Let me turn off this. I'm gonna turn on the AC because I want to hear the excuse me, sir. I want to hear the audio. Yeah, everything windy. Yeah, I hear it's windy now. So I can turn this on. Let me put the volume up. So now you can see there. The problem is this display is very bright. Let's see if we can do it like that. Maybe I gotta go out here. Let's see if I put it right there. You can see it says hotspot TG91, right? This display is so bright right now. Anyway, so it says hotspot TG, and it's right now. So if all I gotta do is this. There you go. All the activities coming in now. You see? Yeah,
My name is Andy. I'm in Boise, Idaho, where the time is 13 minutes past 5 on Wednesday afternoon.
Let me point it right there.
I'm your profile.
I just keyed up, and now all activity is going on there. That's the talk group. Let me lower the volume here. So right now, that's the talk group that I'm in. It's called Talk Group 91. So Mad Radio DXer, as soon as I see Mad Radio DXer in there, I'm going to talk to him. I don't want to talk to anybody else right now. Not yet.
Central Province, Jawa Tengah.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm just monitoring. I'm just listening in.
Nice to meet you this morning from Indonesia.
But they can see me right now, so they can, sometimes they. Yeah, right now, for example, right now, those two are there, right? And you just say, I want to make contact with this guy. Let me click on. If I want to make contact with this guy, right? I just call right now. I just talk. So this, let me see where he's from. Indonesia. Okay, he's in Indonesia. Okay, that's his profile. Of course, this is my profile. There you go. That's that handsome guy. I don't know who that handsome guy is. I already put a picture of mine with the, Yonkers, New York, baby. And then it's a couple of other guys that just. So right now I'm just listening. If I key up and start talking, then I'm gonna be up here. I just lowered the volume.
Good health and happy.
And we're listening.
Today. Thank you very much for our short our short contact this morning from Indonesia. See you next time. God bless. God bless. And 73. Bye-bye. YC2, JBV, you have a wonderful.
Yeah, the thing about the talk group is right now I'm listening. Like when I'm talking, they're listening to me. If I'm talking to, for example, I'm thinking about talking to a guy in Indonesia because he's in Indonesia, I can have that contact right now. But I want to see if Mad Radio DXer comes on. As soon as he's in that talk group and he keys in and I can see him, I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call him out right here. Or he can call me out. So. And that frequency is my hotspot. Okay, that's when I set up my hotspot, that's the frequency I put in. Okay. IT9CPO. Okay.
A7 IED, my friend Andrew. Are you still listener? Do you copy me? Here is Yankee Golf number 3, Bravo Radio Bravo, calling you from Indonesia. Go ahead.
Malaysia? Malaysia? Let me see. Indonesia. Okay, he's Indonesia. The other guy is this guy. Was it this one?
YG3BRB, KK7IED. How are you today?
Roger, sir. My friend Andrew, KK7IED. I'm fine. At the moment here it is in Indonesia, early in the morning, 6:17. The weather is quite clear. I can see the sky. There is no cloud at all, something like that happen. And hoping that today will be a good day here. It is in Indonesia and also there in your country, my friend Andrew. I just listen to your voice, then I want to greet you from Indonesia. But I also listen there is a spotting signal from another Mad Radio, so I would like to take silent again listening. Andrew, go ahead.
Good afternoon. The time is now 5:17 on Wednesday afternoon. The temperature outside is 108 degrees, so that's about 41 C, maybe 42.
Where he's from?
It's very hot and uncomfortable.
Oh, he's from Idaho. Okay, that's why. Yeah. Okay, I forgot.
Roger. Okay, thank you for the information, my friend Drew, KK7IED. I will be listening again in the top group 91Y because I got a lot of spotting signal from the Mad Radio. Want to join the line, my friend? Please enter the line where I'm standing by. Thank you. See you later. 73. Bye bye.
YG3BRB. Have a nice day. Enjoy it. Be safe. KK7IED clear.
All right.
KK7IED, this is 4G1HOB QSL.
Philippines. Okay. And then this one is from Indonesia. Okay. I saw. Yeah, that's the same one from earlier. Okay, never mind. It just you move. You're at the top of the list. When the last one that comes in is on the top of the list.
Calling KK7IED. Go ahead.
KK7IED, this is 4G1HOB. Have you got my transmission, my friend Andrew from the United States? This is Elman for Gold 1 Hotel Oscar Delta from the Philippines. Back to you.
Mary, yes, I am back. Booting my hotspot now. All right.
You're loud and clear in the Boise, Idaho. I'm doing quite well. It's very hot today. It's 42 C.
So that's my dashboard. See how my dashboard is? It's so this is a browser-based dashboard. Okay, so it's pretty good. It works well, you know.
You must get hydrated all of the time. The QTR in my QTH is 7:20 a.m. It's Thursday morning. All right, Andrew. I will send you the QR said wrong. Please do acknowledge it. Extend my regards to your family circle. Have a wonderful day and night today, and it's a good QSO. 73, my friend Andrew. This is for Gold 1 Hotel Oscar Delta, advising QRX, QRU.
This is KK7IED. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. We'll have to do it again. KK7IED, clear.
Clear.
KK7IED, KQ4PTO, Mike in Lexington, Kentucky. Good evening.
KQ4PTO, KK7IED. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine, Andrew. You've got a wonderful signal. I mean, I don't have to turn my volume up very, very high. I don't know what you're working off of, but I'm working off an 878 Anytone on the local machine here in Lexington, Kentucky. But I just wanted to compliment you on your.
Oh, that's a good radio. I like that. I was looking into that one, the Anytone 878. Kind of a little pricey though.
A little bit to not blow my speaker out. But,
it's like $300.
Anyhow, on that note, you know,
878.
KK7IED, KQ4PTO. Back to you.
KQ4PTO. Do you do anything with race cars or farm equipment or anything? It's a strange question, but I'll lead up to an answer.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tasso, you can talk. You know, you can set up like a. Well, that's the next thing I'm going to do. I want to set up a private.
I know where you're going with that.
Private call.
It's not a vanity call either. I got that assigned to me, the Papa Tango Oscar. But yeah, power takeoffs.
You can set up like what they call a private call,
for Kentucky,
which is that's the next thing I'm going to do.
Kind of a catchy
Because
call.
the problem with these talk groups is that sometimes I don't want to talk to everybody in there, and sometimes you know, you know. But it's good if you want to make contact. You go to a talk group. Although this is the thing about 91.
I understand that.
Let me lower the volume. Let me lower the
I'm
volume.
amateur extra now, and I'm keeping KK7IED.
So yeah, because there's a lot. There's like thousands of talk groups. The reason why I picked 91. Oh, there you go. I see him right there. Okay. Mike 7, Echo India Whiskey. This is Kilo Delta 2, Zulu Zulu Echo. Can you hear me? You copy?
Q4 PTO, I'll be clear on your final. 73s, all the best. Enjoy your evening, and I appreciate the QSO.
There you go.
Good talking with you.
Let me see behavior. Okay. Yeah, I see.
KQ4PTO, you have a good evening. Enjoy it and be safe. KK7IED, clear.
Okay, now can you clear? Let me see. Yeah, busy. I see it's busy. Oh, okay.
Mike 7 Echo India Whiskey calling Kilo Delta 2, Zulu Zulu Echo. Are you there, Danny? Over.
Yes, sir. Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo. I hear you. M7EIW. Hello, John. I hope you're doing well. And I'm just screaming right now. There's some guy here screaming, watching all this happen. Good to hear from you. I'm finally glad I set up this thing here. Of course, I'm using a Pi Star hotspot with a Baofeng DR 1801 UV. And you sound real good over here too.
Yes, Danny, you're also sounding very good over here as well. 5 and 9 reception report I'm giving you. Many congrats on the setup. It's working really well on your side. I'm still using my Baofeng DM1701 as a hotspot, but I'm thinking of getting what you've got because you know, would be I don't have to set up my like my laptop on my virtual operating system. To activate the hotspot, I just have to switch on that Pi device, and that's it. Okay, Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo, Mike 7 Echo India Whiskey. Back to you, Danny.
Yes, M7EIW. Yes, much better, easier setup. You know, you just set up the Once you set up the networking and you just log into the admin and that's it, you're off and running. Because it is a computer in there. There is an Orange Pi Zero inside there, so everything is all in one. You don't need to do a virtual operating system and do all that stuff. So it's pretty cool, and it's cheap. I mean, the AliExpress, I seen them for under $60 right now, fully assembled. You can't go wrong with that. Anyway, same signal here, 5.9. I'm gonna put you on QRZ, and thank you for talking. And I'll see you back in the chat. And I'm gonna log the QRZ and be nice to confirm it. There you go. Clickly, clickly.
Okay, no problem. Yes, I will also log this contact on the QRZ website. Right. And finally we've made a contact, like we said we would do. Thank you very much, Daddy, for this QSO. 73 to you and the chat. And I'm going back to the chat. This is Mike 7 Echo India Whiskey signing out.
All right, thank you, F7EIW. Thank you for that. And Kilo Delta 2, Zulu Echo signing off too. And Clear, thank you. Bye-bye. There you go. Nice. Let me log him on my thing. Yeah. All right, let me go to QRZ. I'm going to log him in right here. Excellent. Let me. I don't want to open it over there. Let me go to QRZ here. Because I don't want people to see your info.
Sierra Alpha Golf, November 4, Zulu Alpha Golf.
I'm going to log new contact. Okay, 5.9, power 1 watt, and there you go. Save record. Bam. All right. So there you go. Mad Radio DXer, QRZ. I got you on QRZ. Yeah, well done. Same thing. All right, I'm gonna sign off. I don't want to turn this off for now. And you can let him, I can let him monitor there. I'm not going to turn off the hotspot. I'm just turning off my radio. So there you go. That was pretty cool, right? Mad Radio DXer and I make contact. So I got you on QRZ, and yeah, pretty cool. Now we need to do, I need to get my general. Anyway, I want to set up the private thing. That's the next step now. I need to learn how to do a private call. Because yeah. But also for this, like the private call, things like that. But I know, like you said on your end, you need to reboot the laptop, and you have to open up the virtual machine. Yeah, that's a lot of steps. That is a lot of steps. This thing, I just powered it up. The networking is already set up. And as soon as that hotspot is online, when I see on the interface is online, turn this on, key up, I'm in there. That's it. A few minutes. And that's it. And I'm off and running. I'm probably going to go back there later tonight, just talk to a few people, make a couple of contacts, maybe. I don't know. Because I don't know, because the thing is, I haven't got much sleep today. I may just crash later and sleep. But I'll try later to make contacts. But I want to add I want to now add more contacts to this. I want to add more talk groups. I need to, because somebody suggested that I go to a Yonkers. There's a talk group that a lot of Yonkers, there's a few amateur radio operator here in Yonkers. So somebody suggested that a Florida guy, he's from, yeah, I'll probably talk to Alfred later too. I'll talk to Alfred later also. But there's a Florida guy, he sounds Hispanic. He said he was from here originally. He's from New York. He was from New York City. I think he lived in I think he was from Brooklyn. Anyway, he said that there's a lot of Yonkers people, and there's a talk group inside here. I was like, oh, you really? So I want to get a couple of local talk groups. because it's only got local talk group. Because maybe although I'm not a fan of clubs. I'm not a fan of clubs, but just to see if sometimes you maybe get a good deal on a rig or something. You know what I mean? Something like that, or Plus, I want to take my general, and right now, I don't even know where to take it right now. Like I said a couple of months ago, the guy is no longer here. May rest in peace. The guy that was giving the test here locally. So now I have to find another place to take the test. Things like that. So you see, the radio is off, but it's still monitoring. It's still monitoring. Okay. So, and of course, if I want to get back on, I just turn on the radio and key up, and I'm there. So I could have the radio off when I go do so, and I come back and just turn on the radio. Turn on the radio. And it's monitoring there, but I want to hear if I key up again, and or if I'm gonna hear it. Let me see. Yeah, so I don't need to key up again. It's monitoring. You heard somebody just. So I don't even have to key up, right? Because even if I turn it off, as long as I leave the hotspot like this, I'm already monitoring. Okay. So especially I don't want to. Now when you do DMR, battery life is a lot longer. Battery life is a lot longer when you do, because right now I have mine set to 1 watt. This goes up to 5, but I have it to 1 watt because it's just I don't need 5. And it sounds good. You heard my radio DXer. It sounded really good because he's on a hotspot, I'm on a hotspot, and then. But that was pretty cool, right? That was pretty cool. So yeah. So there you go. So Tasso says, all right, bravo. Keegan says, nice. Yeah, he sounds like the same thing in his channel, same voice. Bravo, excellent contact. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're there, and let me go back over here to my page. Okay, now my page is loading slow. Oh boy, here we go. New alert. There we go. And yeah, confirm. Thank you. And there you go. And QRZ. Let me go here. Hope I don't get disconnected. Here we go. And there you go. Confirm. All right. So we confirm contact now too. So EQSL. EQSL. I have EQSL count. I know you don't have one yet. I could send you EQSL also. EQSL. Eventually, I'm gonna do a image QSL, and so just send it the email, because Alfred has he has an email. I went to his website, so since we already confirmed, I'm gonna ask him for EQSL just to have it. He's my first Australian contact ever, so that's pretty cool. So you see, you can do this a modest setup. You live in an HOA. Mad Radio DXer made a video on that, on 5 reasons why DMR radio is ham radio, and I agree with him. You might not be able to set up HF setup because you don't have space for HF antenna. Also, just money for HF rig. And in my case, I can't do much HF anyway because I'm still a technician. So this is for me, this is a great way of making worldwide contacts without really breaking the bank. DMR. Okay. Yeah, you can make one with QSL. That's eqsl.cc. It's pretty. It's free. Basic account is free. They have templates in there. They have templates in there, so you can make a little QSL card, and it's free. And a lot of people use that, believe it or not. I've gotten many EQSLs through eqsl.cc. Sometimes I don't go in there for a couple of months, and I have like 20 EQSLs in there. And I just confirmed them, and some of them I just keep the image. I put them on my channel. Let me see if you go to my, I mean not my channel, my. Let me refresh this. Sorry. Let me close. I'm gonna close a few things over here because. Okay, where's my mouse? Let me close 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna leave the dock over here. Let me put this radio over here. So as you can see over here, you know, see I put eqsl.cc, right? And then of course, I got him confirmed right there. There you go. Anyway, so because what I do is I like to save some of them as a JPEG, and I like to post them here, you know. Like this is Matt. That's MDK2. That's Matt FTA. So when you do make one, I'm gonna post it here on my main. I'm gonna post it here, and of course this is one of those EQSL. You get these certificates too, and this is the one that I did from the Mars. Okay, so that's what I got on my. I need to update this. I need to put a few more radios down here, including the DMR stuff now. So I need to update this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go off too anyway. I've been out for over 3 hours now. But I wanted you guys to see that. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, so thank you everybody. Eventually I miss. Yeah, next thing's gonna be FT8. And hopefully I'll probably try to be on later and something. So good night, Tasso. Good night, Keegan. Good night, Mad Radio DXer. Thank you for the contact. And James Farley and Bobby and Chris C. I don't see anybody else left out. And thank you for the super chat, James Farley. And yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you soon. Yeah. By all means, use it. You know, that's yeah, use it on your channel. That's fine. Pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I don't know if I want to hear myself, but I don't know if I want to hear myself sound good. Anyway, all right. Good night, everybody. Take care. See you soon. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.